I got asked to do our opening prayer, and I said, well, that's easy, because other than my own family, I pray the most for Donald Trump and his family. So please, close your eyes, bow your heads, and join me in prayer. Dear God, I come before you this day, and I want to thank you and ask you. Lord, first, I thank you for this beautiful day in Michigan. I pray, Lord, that it does not rain on us. I pray that people here huddle in together and stay warm. Lord, I thank you for the people still outside trying to get into us. I pray that they all are gathered in. And Lord, I thank you so much for our President, Donald J. Trump. I thank you for his family, Lord. I pray a hedge of protection around them in these final days. Lord, cover them with your mercy, with your grace. Give them the right words to speak. Lord, I pray health and prosperity over them. And Lord, I pray prosperity and health and peace over our whole nation. Let us be victorious. And Lord, because I know nothing too small that we ask for is ignored by you. Lord, I even pray for the small things. Lord, people right now who are undecided, I pray that you stir in them and that you move them and that you bring them to the polls and that we are victorious here in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and all across the nation. Amen.
To lead us in the pledge, please welcome Veterans for Trump National Advisory Board member Rocky Rakowski.
Welcome to a nice, beautiful, warm Michigan day. I have the pleasure of representing the veterans from Michigan and nationally. How many veterans do we have in the audience? Let's give them a big round of applause. Since day one, when the president got elected, he pledged allegiance to serving America and putting America first. We need to make sure that we pledge our allegiance to making sure we re-elect President Trump by recruiting an extra person to go to the polls and making sure that he is re-elected for 4 more years. And as we pledge that, we also should pledge, most importantly, to our country. Ladies and gentlemen, please uncover, take off your hats, and join me as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 4 more years!
Hey, Rocky. Hey, Rock. Am I okay in your seat here?
And to lead us in the singing of the National Anthem, please welcome Teresa Randazzo Parker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, on stages that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave, the brave.
Please welcome to the stage the candidate for Michigan's 11th Congressional District, Eric Osaki.
Good morning. What an honor to be here. I'll tell you, I know I'm ready for 4 more years. Now let me tell you, I've been on the campaign trail. I took about 10 minutes yesterday. I flipped on Fox News. I saw the Joe Biden rally. It was a parking lot full of cars, and I thought to myself, my gosh, we live in the greatest country in the world, and these people are afraid to get out of their cars. That's the message, Joe Biden and the left: fear, despair, hopelessness. And then I got to thinking about what a Biden administration would look like. Can you imagine Bernie Sanders as the Secretary of Labor? It gets worse. Can you imagine Elizabeth Warren as the Secretary of Treasury? Folks, we got a few days left, and you all know what's at stake. We have folks on the left who are hell-bent on changing the fabric of our country. They don't want to talk about policies because they don't have any good ones. They want to raise our taxes as if government's not big enough, right? They want to defund our police. You can't make it up. You see a guy walking out of Walmart with a washing machine and they want to defund our police. And they want government to control our health care, and I say no way, never. Now, when we compare that to what we stand for as conservative Republicans, we're for President Trump's America First agenda. We are about rebuilding the world's greatest economy, and we're going to do it fast. We are about defeating COVID-19 so we restore our way of life so our children can stay in school where they belong. And I'll tell you one thing, we're going to bring our supply chains right back here to the United States so we're never dependent on the Chinese Communist Party again. Now, I'm running here in the 11th Congressional District. I got to tell you a couple things about my opponent here. She lied to us all. She ran as a moderate. She's been anything but. She's out there trying to take credit for the passage of the USMCA. Can you believe that? I told her the other day the only thing her and her party get credit for is this sham impeachment that they've worked on the last 2 years. But they're scared. They're scared, and Mike Bloomberg just came in with $1.1 million to spread lies on the TV. It's not going to work. I'll tell you why. Haley Stevens' claim to fame is standing on the floor of the House when millions of Americans were out of work a couple months ago wearing pink surgical gloves in a political stunt. It was embarrassing. And we have all of you. We are going to get out and vote because we know what's at stake. President Trump won Michigan by 10,000 votes in 2016. We are going to make sure he wins by 100,000 votes, so there's no question. But we need your help. Don't wake up on November 4th wishing you could have done more. Get out and vote. Take your friends, families, and neighbors to vote. Take these last few days before the election to volunteer. Make phone calls, walk doors, whatever it takes. If we do that, I assure you we will not only take back the 11th Congressional District, we will take back the House from the Nancy Pelosi machine. It gets better. We'll send John James to the United States Senate for 6 years. And we will deliver to President Trump a Congress that will work with him to implement a conservative agenda for the next 4 years. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless America.
Please welcome to the stage Michigan Republican Party State Chair Lara Cox.
Hey, Oakland County, how you doing? Are you guys excited to welcome our great president? I can't hear you. All right, listen, Michigan is the road to the White House. I need all of you to continue to work. We have 3 days left to work to get the vote out. Are you with me? I can't hear you. Just a little asterisk, when the president's here, we're all wearing gloves. You're going to have to be extra loud, right? So use your voices. So listen, we've got 3 days. We've got the Michigan Republican Party ticket bus outside. We're traveling across Michigan with our candidates to get the word out, to get out the vote. I need all of you to talk to your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, even your family members. Get them to the polls. Get them to get a ballot. They can go to the clerk's office, request a ballot, fill it out, and turn it right back in. And then they can volunteer on Election Day, right? Yes, that's very important. Listen, we don't care how you vote, however you feel comfortable, but we need you to get the vote out. That's what we're doing these next few days. We are pushing hard. We need to make sure that we keep Michigan red, right? How many more years do we want? How many? 12, whatever, right? Listen, folks, I've been thinking, we have a great candidate in Erica Saki. Can you give him a round of applause? We need to take back the 11th. We absolutely need him in that seat. I'm thinking we need a new U.S. Senator, right? Are you guys going to get the vote out for John James for the next Senator of Michigan? I can't hear you. All right, good. Listen, I also want to make sure that you don't forget the nonpartisan part of the ballot. It's so very important. As you know, we have a governor that is power hungry and violating our Constitution. Absolutely. We can't let that happen, and we need to make sure that we have rule of law judges in those seats. We don't need them legislating from the bench. Do we want that? Absolutely not, right? So you need to remember 2 names with your homework. 2 names. Mary Kelly and Brock Schwartzel. Can you remember that? You got to keep turning the ballot over to get to the nonpartisan Michigan Supreme Court. So don't forget that. Don't forget all our strong Republican ballots, all our strong Republican candidates. We need you to make sure that we get the vote out, that we make sure that we keep Michigan red. Thank you very much for everything you're doing. Enjoy the day, stay warm, and keep strong.
Please welcome to the stage Ambassador Richard Grinnell.
Hello, Michigan! I am so excited to be here. This is my home state. I don't know if you know that. I was born in Muskegon. I was raised in Grand Rapids. We have to win Michigan. 4 more years for this president who's been fighting for you. Let me tell you, I've been inside the Oval Office, and I have watched this president fight for you. Let me tell you, I've seen him with energy CEOs inside the Oval Office. They've asked him to manipulate the price of oil because oil per barrel was falling. They wanted our allies to do something about production. And you know what I've seen this president do? Look at these wealthy CEOs and say, guys, you got a lot of money. You know what I see? I see cheap gas for the American people. This is a president who constantly has been fighting for you, and the left has never let him even start. Remember, 67 Democrats refused to go to Trump's inauguration. They started out this whole thing by refusing to participate. And let me tell you, I've worked at the State Department for 11 years. If this would have happened in another country, we would have called it out. We would have said to these opposition, you need to stop undermining democracy. Don't be sore losers. And this is what we've seen from the left. Since 2016, they have been sore losers. That's not what we do in America. That's not who we are. I'm here to ask you to fight for this president because this president has been fighting for you. Washington, D.C. has its own system. They have their own language. You know, we affectionately call it the swamp. And it kind of seems funny when you think about it, but let me tell you, calling it the swamp actually has an intellectual, honest edge to it. Because a swamp doesn't let any new fresh water in. A swamp traps you. It sinks you. It makes you stinky and smelly, and it has its own system. I'm here to tell you that Donald Trump is the outsider, and the insiders in Washington, D.C. hate him. And that's exactly why you should vote for him. We're tired of getting locked down. America doesn't surrender. We fix problems. We confront problems like the virus. And let me just finish by saying one thing. The swamp likes to reward people who have been around and play by their rules. Joe Biden has been there for 47 years. Raise your hand if you think he's saved a good idea for year 48. There is no possible way he's got anything left, which is exactly why they want him back. They know exactly what they're going to get. They control him. And we need to fight back, and we need to demand that the outsider, Donald Trump, is exactly the person that we need in Washington, D.C. Please go out and vote. Drag everyone that you know to the polls, and let's give this president 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the stage the Honorable Ben Carson.
Thank you, Michigan. Thank you. Okay. And you know, I brought my wife along. She's from Oakland County. All right. We're always happy to be back in Michigan, even though it is a little cold, but it's okay. You know, I'm speaking today in my personal capacity, and you know, this election coming up next week, this is not about Republicans or Democrats. You know, in the past, we had our preferences, but it didn't matter that much who won. Things sort of still went on in a normal way. But this time, we're talking about people who believe that this country is for of and by the people, and people who believe it's for of and by the government. And that leads to two very different places. And that's why this is so important. And we're talking about America. And America is an ideal that is worth fighting for. We can't give up on it. And there are those who want to obliterate our history. But do you know, our history is what gives us identity. And our identity is that thing upon which our beliefs are founded. And if we throw that all away, then we become easy prey for those who want to fundamentally change our country to something else. We can't allow that to happen. You know, in order to fundamentally change our country, they need three things. They need the educational system, they need the media, and they need the courts. Now, they had the first two. And in 2016, they thought they were going to get the courts too, except for one thing, Donald J. Trump. And you know what? That's why they hate him so much. Every time they see him, it reminds them of the fact that they didn't get that. But then there are those people who say that they are Republicans, but they don't want to vote for him because he hurts their feelings. You know what? They need to decide what's more important, their feelings or the future for their grandchildren. And you know, when we stop and we think about what a wonderful nation we live in, Candy and I thank God every day that we were born in this country. This is still the dream destination for so many people. And you have people denigrating our country and saying we're a horrible, racist place. If it was that bad, why would they be forming caravans trying to get in here? You know, it doesn't make any sense. And then those people who don't want to honor our flag and our traditions. You know, think about this. In the War of 1812, Fort McHenry, you know, the British came, they told General Armistead, take down that flag and we will spare you. But they did not take that flag down. They stood all night long, all that bombardment, and in the morning, our flag was still there. They stood for it, okay? And then you think about D-Day during World War II and our young soldiers, you know, on Normandy, stepping over the dead bodies of their friends. Hundreds of bodies, 1,000 bodies, stepping over them, overwhelming the Axis forces, knowing in many cases that they would never see their loved ones again. They would never see their country again. They didn't do it for themselves. They did it for us. They stood up for us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to stand up for those who are coming after us. And just remember, we cannot be the land of the free if we are not the home of the brave. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the stage Republican National Committee Chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel.
How did he get this out? Hello, Michigan! I know you're cold, But we got to warm up as we think about how we're going to re-elect Donald Trump. I was born and raised, well, actually I wasn't born here, but I was raised right here in Oakland County. I went to Rochester High School. And I want Oakland County to be the county that puts us over the edge as we shock the world and win Michigan a second time for Donald Trump. We have so many great candidates on our ballot. You just heard from Erica Saki. Are you ready to send Haley Stevens and Nancy Pelosi home? And we have our great Senate candidate, John James. And Laura's right. You have to remember to vote for the Supreme Court. And I'm going to have you say their names because it is so critical. It's on the nonpartisan part of the ballot. And we all know how important the Supreme Court is. So it's Swartzel and Kelly. And when I point over here, you're going to say Swartzel. And when I point over here, you're going to say Kelly. And let's see who's the loudest, all right? Swartzel, Kelly! Swartzel, Kelly! I think we're going to win the Supreme Court. So Joe Biden. Joe Biden. He said there are dark days ahead. He is right. If he gets elected, dark days are ahead for Michigan. He will raise our taxes. He will send our jobs to China. And if they have their way, they will never come back to this state to campaign because they will get rid of the Electoral College. They will stack the Supreme Court. And they will make sure that our voices are forgotten forever. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. He went to Washington because he cared about us. He said your trade deals should be better, and he got us USMCA. He said you should have more money in your pockets, and he gave us the largest tax cut in history. And he said we need rule of law justices on the Supreme Court, and he gave us Justice Kavanaugh, Justice Gorsuch, and Amy Coney Barrett. We are on the front lines of determining the future of the greatest nation on earth. So for the next 4 days, all of you, get out, talk to your friends, talk to your family members, talk to your coworkers. If you have wronged somebody, make it right and talk to them about this election. We do not want to wake up November 4th and wish we had done more. I want you all to look tired and haggard. You can sleep November 4th, but from now through then, we need to save our country. We need to re-elect Donald Trump. We need to keep the Senate. We need to send Nancy Pelosi home. And then in 2 more years, we're going to come back together and we're going to defeat Gretchen Whitmer. God bless you. God bless the great state of Michigan. Make America great again.
Is this the real?
Welcome to Michigan. Welcome back to Michigan. Only 4 days left to the presidential election here in 2020. We're living in history, folks. My name is Tom O'Neill, along with Lilith Venezian So we're so glad to be and proud to be bringing this all to you here on Right Side Broadcasting Network today. Again, we're in Michigan for game one of a triple header. Today we're in the northwest part of Detroit, the Detroit metro area, in Waterford Township, Michigan, and that we're at the Oakland County International Airport. So this rally is scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then game two today we're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The famous Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers, and just endorsed President Donald J. Trump just a couple hours ago. So that's going to be a great, exciting rally. Brian Glenn will be there for you to bring you all the action along with Zoe. So really appreciate it. And then game three tonight, that's Green Bay. The Green Bay rally is scheduled at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and then game three of the triple-header today is at 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to be in Rochester, Minnesota, and that's going to be a great lineup too. We have Mike Nificent's going to be there along with Brick Suit and Chiz Maga. So at Chiz Maga from Twitter. So they're bringing you all the action from the beginning to the end, showing you all the opening speakers, and we'll be panning the camera like a pretzel. So, Lilith, we're glad that you're back here. This is her fourth rally, and she's going to tell you about our sponsor today, iTargetPro.com.
Thank you so much, Tom. It's great to be here working with you. Hey, everybody. My name is Lilith. This is my fourth Trump rally. And just real quick, I wanted to let you all know about our partner for the day. They're absolutely incredible. They are iTarget, and I just want to give you a little heads up of who they are. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and are forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. When the government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. But most of us don't have time to consistently train, plus ammo is really expensive. It is, Tom, it's very expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using their proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today, you can get 10% off, plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10, that's S-A-V-E 10. This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. That's the letter iTargetPro.com, iTargetPro.com. Offer code SAVE10. Please check them out. Men, ladies, go get your concealed carry permit. Go train yourself with a firearm. Get some training in that arena. All right, pass it on to you, Tom. Go ahead.
Thanks, Lilith. Great job. So we heard from some great opening speakers. Ronna McDaniels was here to help warm up the crowd. We heard from some local candidates as well here. President Trump will be Ben Carson as well. Secretary Ben Carson, yes. And so his wife is from here in Michigan. We also heard from Richard Grinnell, another secretary in the cabinet. So he's a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan here as well. So, and President Trump is here to make that personal endorsement to the U.S. Senate candidate, Republican nominee, John James, one of our favorites here at RSBN. We follow him and wish him all the best with only 4 days left. We're down the stretch, absolutely. We got to make the most of each and every day. We need you, Michigan. I'm wearing my blue and yellow tie today for Michigan. I got my I'm from Ohio, so I got my I voted Ohio OHIO sticker. So I voted yesterday in person in Ohio. So I'm telling you, get out and vote. Tell all your families and friends to vote, and people you work with, everybody. So
I haven't voted yet. I know, including today. We only got 4 days, including today. I haven't voted yet. Can you all help me out in the comment section? Let me know, who should I vote for? I'm getting some mixed feelings here. Who should I vote for? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, okay? And I'll be sure to read those and let you know who I end up voting for.
Well, hopefully you hear some good things here at the rally, Lilith. So you're a rock star. I was hoping to hear from Ted Nugent today. The great Ted Nugent, also a native of Michigan, comes out and plays the National Anthem, the Star Spangled Banner on his guitar. But
we've got some patriots in the back who recognize RSBN. We want to pan them if you can. Right there in the back, we've got fans of Real News. They know who we are. They appreciate our work, and we appreciate all of you. We want to be able to be here to show you real life if it wasn't for your support. So go ahead and show them that crowd. That is awesome. Thank you all so much. Go ahead, Tom.
I also wanted to talk about the weather here today. It's very brisk here. We're expecting a high about 38 degrees. It feels about 34, just above freezing. And the wind is steady at about 10, 11 miles an hour, a steady wind today. So it's definitely fall football weather here in Michigan. Definitely, we're at the end of October, Friday, October 30th. So I can't believe that the election's only 4 days away.
And tomorrow's Halloween, so let us know in the comments what you're going to dress up as. Hunter Biden, I don't know. Y'all tell me, what are you going to dress up as? But with that being said, I want to give a shout out to all the super chats that we have coming in. We do appreciate all of those, so I want to give you all recognition for that. Bill Chan says, HK for Trump. Thank you so much for your super chat. Randy Stone, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see who else we've got. We've got two going on. PHAT Boy says, I will donate $500 if RSBN holds up a big sign that says "Where AG Bar." Love you, RSBN. Thank you for your super chat. Doc Schrum, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's go on to the next one. My hand is frozen. I can't scroll, but keep those coming. And let us know in the comments, guys. I shouldn't say guys. I should not assume their gender. How could I possibly say that? I'm so sorry. I hope you can forgive me.
Tell us about your hat, Lilith.
Oh, yes. So my hat. I was actually going to get into that. So let me know in the comments if you know what flag this is. You've heard me talk about it a couple times here, but this is RDB LA. They created this amazing hat with the Armenian flag on the side. I'm an Armenian American. I'm a patriot. I love this country. And I've been trying to keep you all on track of what's been going on in that region of the South Caucasus region in Armenia. We have been in war for over a year now, over a month now. Jesus Christ, over a month now. And RDB in LA, check them out on Instagram, RDB LA. They are incredible. They're a car customization company in LA. They're probably the biggest one out there. They do paint work, they do collision repair, paint, wraps, wheels, mechanical, and additional servicing. And RDB has been doing an incredible job in raising awareness and raising funds to help what's going on in Armenia. So just a quick shout out for RDB. Thank you so much for what you do. And let's see, do we have any more super chats, Tom?
Well, while you're looking, I would tell the viewers about our website. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate. If you'd like to donate, right to make the most out of your donation, you could donate through PayPal. They're on our website, or credit card, rsbnetwork.com. Of course, we appreciate you checking out, watching us on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell. Give us a thumbs up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, because shadow banning, oh my gosh, shadow banning has been so bad. You know what I saw the other day? I made sure that I could write it down. Shadow ban, let us know. Have you been shadow banned on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? God knows what else is out there. So Facebook banned a veteran-owned company. Facebook banned them. So this veteran-owned company is called American AF, and they had over 1.6 million people following them. Facebook banned them because they're selling Trump merchandise. Could you believe that? They're selling President Trump merchandise, and they were shadow banned. All hashtags on Instagram are currently banned until election. This is their statement. All hashtags are temporarily hidden to help prevent the spread of possible false information and harmful content related to the election. What is that? What comes to your mind, Tom?
Well, that's just some kind of, it's very slick. A lot of things have been happening. They're trying to manufacture this election for Joe Biden, but it's not going to work because the people are showing up in this freezing cold temperature in Michigan. They're showing up here. They're showing up in Arizona in the heat. They're showing up for President Donald J. Trump just 4 days away. President Trump only won Michigan here by only 10,000 votes 4 years ago. That's 0.2% percentage points. So it was very close. This is a highly competitive battleground state, but the goal is here to win that by even a larger margin. And President Trump is making multiple stops here in Michigan. This won't be the last stop, folks. Even with 4 days left, I guarantee he's going to be back here in the great state of Michigan. And so only 4 days away to the presidential election. Also want to tell you about another way you could donate is if you would like to write us a letter or send us a check. You can make it out to RSBN and send it to 1550 Opelika Road. That's OPELIKA, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama, 36830. So that's the zip code. I've been saying that a lot. But we really appreciate all your letters. We read them all, and your donations. We really appreciate. We're humbled by your support. And, pray for our country, number one. Pray for our country in these next final 4 days of the presidential election. We need your prayers.
For sure.
God can move mountains, but prayer can move God. So we really need your pray for our country. And we appreciate your prayers as we travel to all these rallies, zigzagging across the country, hitting all these great battleground states like here in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Arizona, North Carolina, Florida. So thank you so much for your loyalty and your support.
Yeah.
And again, we're down the stretch. Lilith?
Yes, we are. No, Tom, you do make a great point. God has never failed us. God has always been with us and is with us in the United States. And I'm going to go back again. God is with us in Armenia. John, he is with us. He's with us. He's never given up on us. We were the first nation to recognize Christianity. God has never given up on us. I want to read some of the emails we've received from you all because you are all fantastic. Liquid Rock says, thankful for real news. Donate Patriots. Tracy Salamander says, 4 more years. Christine Sullivan says, forward to certain victory. Todd Trainer says, God bless Trump. Let's see. Ron and Jerry Ainsworth say, you make us proud to be Americans. Go Trump. Oh, you make us proud too. We've got another one that says, excellent job and commenting on your coverage of every rally of the greatest president that this country ever had. 4 more years, President Trump. Thank you so much to AZEB for that message. We do appreciate hearing from you guys, whether it's in the comment section or super chats or emails. We do read all of them, so thank you so much. And let's see what else we've got here. Okay, that looks like all the ones that I was able to get for right now. But
we got some donations on our
yes,
YouTube super chat.
Go for it.
$20 from SF. We appreciate your donation there. David Henry Posadas, $5. Thank you, David. Dennis Ballon, Canadian donation, $10. Thank you, Dennis. And thank you. Shout out to all our international viewers out there. We really appreciate it.
You're close to us right now. You're so close.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're very close to Canada. The Windsor Bridge, and there's a tunnel that goes right into Canada, right on the other side of Detroit. Really a beautiful place.
We've got IQ Collision Center, Peace for Armenians. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep going. Let's see what else we got. What's it?
$50 donation from Doc Shroom. Did you already read that one?
I don't remember.
Well, Doc says RSBN is the best. God bless our president, his family, and all the beautiful patriots throughout our great nation. Where we go one, we go all. Thank you so much, Doc. Randy Stone, $50. Me. So that's a $75 donation. Trump, 4 more years. Thank you so much. So, Lilith,
Yes.
what do you think so far today? We're here at the Oakland County International Airport.
Yes,
we're on the northwest side of the Detroit metro area, so we're just outside of the city of Detroit. So Detroit has been losing population. Actually, I was doing some research in Nashville, Tennessee.
Educate us.
Believe it or not, Nashville, Tennessee just surpassed Detroit. With Nashville has almost 700,000 people. Detroit has been shrinking and has about little over 600,000 people. So the Detroit metro area, although, has about over 3 million people, but I don't know. A lot of people have been leaving Michigan. They have been hit hard with the manufacturing. There are some strong auto plants left. Ford has a big presence here in Michigan. Of course, GM still has plants here in Michigan. So,
and you said Nashville is bigger than Denver. Did you say that?
Nashville is bigger than Detroit. Nashville,
Detroit.
Yes. So I was kind of surprised. I know Tennessee's a booming state and Nashville's been growing, but
yeah, for sure.
So The state of Michigan has about 10 million people, and there was about 5 million that voted 4 years ago in 2016, and President Trump only winning by 10,000 votes. So this is a highly competitive battleground state, and Detroit has the most population, is a very big Democratic area. President Trump trying to reach out to Democrats to get them to vote for him and to carry this state because it's a critical battleground state.
We've had a lot of celebrities come out and support President Trump. We had very recently Lil Wayne. Shout out to my man Lil Wayne. Thank you for endorsing President Trump and not creepy Biden Joe Biden. We also had Lil Pump. We had, who was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. 50 Cent. You know what? We're over 50 Cent because he took that back. He took it back. Remember, he made this big deal about how he doesn't want to pay, all these crazy taxes, which I don't think anybody does. So he was rooting for Trump. And then he took it back. He said, no, I don't support him. And then he posted the photo that Lil Wayne posted yesterday with President Trump. And 50 Cent reposted that photo on his Instagram and said, nah, man, I wouldn't do that if I were you. What happened, 50 Cent? Did you go back to your handler? What's her name? I wrote it down. What's her name? I forgot her name. Was it Chelsea or something? She had the nerve. RSBN, thank you. We love you. She had the nerve to say, my ex-boyfriend 50 Cent, I had to remind him that he's black and can't vote for Trump. Could you imagine if someone said that? Could you imagine? So 50 Cent took that back, but that's okay because this is MAGA country. We're all voting Trump. So 50 Cent, we'll wait until after election to finalize how you're feeling then.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lilith. Absolutely. We still have some more super chats flying in, some more donations, and you can also click on join if you'd like to be make a monthly donations to our network for as little as $4.99 a month. Just click on join on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell, and give us a thumbs up there. Mimi, another donation. Thank you very much. Jacob Barrigan, Los Angeles law enforcement for Trump. Thank you, Jacob. We had a great turnout in Arizona there. A lot of people from California coming out to support President Trump. Jonathan Hamilton, $10. 4 more days till Trump 2020. Everybody vote. That's right, Jonathan. $20 from Debbie Wells. This election is a battle between good and evil. So thankful that Right Side Broadcasting Network is on the side of good and Donald Trump. You have been formidable and excellent. Thank you, Debbie.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your love and support.
That just reminded me, Tom. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was so excited. That reminds me, when we were walking over here to the rally, we were talking about, we saw somebody with a Biden sign, one person with a Biden sign, and there was some lunatic in like a striped jail suit wearing, he was holding this like humongous handmade Trump, what do we even call that? It was the head of President Trump. I don't even know what we call it. They were just there to mock the president, but they're clearly outnumbered. But so we were walking over here and we were talking about, we've got 3 days, 4 including today, to go out and vote, which I'm going to do, I promise. And we were saying, this is a vote between, are you voting for the United States? Or are you voting for China? And I heard a really nice lady next to us who was walking to the rally. Her name is Liz Swift. And she said, we are voting either freedom or slavery. I got goosebumps from that. Liz Swift, you took the words out of my mouth. You're voting for freedom or slavery. What do you think, Tom?
Oh, she was great. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, she was from Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Yeah.
And we were on our way in talking to people, and the lines were so long, too. Lila took videos of the lines. People here are showing up in the freezing cold weather. I'll tell you, we're at Waterford Township in Michigan. We're at the Oakland County International Airport, right outside of Detroit. So it's about 38 degrees. It feels about 35, 10 or 11 mile an hour breeze. And but that's not stopping the people. They're showing up. We got some more donations coming in. We have $50 from Larry Johnson. We got some more Patriots out there. We're going to show you some of those Patriots waving to us. and they're dancing, trying to keep warm and getting ready. The crowd, we're warming up the crowd for President Trump. 4 more years, 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 4 more years. We need you, Michigan. So just a beautiful day. And I'm going to read some more of those Super Chat donations for you. Day of Restoration, $5. Ukrainians for Trump, from Apprentice to President. Absolutely. Our Cloaked Unseen World. Thank you for your $10 donation. $5 from George Jacobs. $9.99 from Becky Mendoza. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice, absolutely. Rejoice and be glad.
For sure. For sure.
New member. Thank you, me. Thank you for being a new member. We also had a $50 donation from Larry Johnson.
Thank you.
Lily McLeod, $10. Thank you, Lily. JD Rain, 2020. Thanks so much for all your hard work, RSBN. Thanks to our military and first responders, Trump 2020. Thank you, JD.
We love all of them. Police, first responders, doctors, pediatricians, everyone. All of you out there busting your tails. Thank you.
And my friend Webster Cal. Webster Cal making a donation, 2020. Yay, RSBN. Thanks, Jude, Joe, Jake, RSBN crew. Howdy, Tom. Howdy, my friend. Webster out in California. We really appreciate you. It's good to see you, my friend. I'm sure you're a lot warmer than we are.
Yeah, it was actually raining and kind of snowing, actually, this morning. So we were getting ready for that, but there are a couple flurries here and there, but for the most part, we're doing well. We're doing good. And again, there are 2 more rallies today, so this is the first one for today. And Tom, can you remind us where those 2 other rallies are?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this is game 1 of the triple header. We're in Michigan. We're outside the Detroit metro area. This rally is scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. Eastern. Game 2, we're going to have a rally at 3:30 p.m. That's going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the former Hall of Fame legendary quarterback Brett Favre, who just endorsed President Trump today. So we're going to bring all that action. Brian Glenn will be there for you with Zoe. That's at 3:30 Eastern. And then at 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to be in Rochester, Minnesota. So we're going to have a great crew there. Mike Nificent's going to be there with Brick Suit. Brick Suit's really, he's making waves here.
He's dedicated to the wall. He's very dedicated.
We love Brick Suit and Chizmaga. So if you check out @Chizmaga on Twitter, he's going to be another reporter, a guest reporter live from Rochester, Minnesota tonight at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned to RSBN. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook. We're on Right Side Broadcasting Network on Facebook, at RSB Network on Twitter, and at RSB Network on Instagram also. Yes. So follow us on all our social medias. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com, and there you'll find all the links. And you can also be a monthly supporter. You'll find a link to Patreon there, patreon.com/RSBN. If you donate $30 a month or more, you'll see your name scrolled at the bottom of the screen. So we really appreciate all those monthly supporters. Absolutely. And all of those donations, and your chats are priceless. Absolutely. Good to see you, Webster Cal, my friend.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind you again of our partner for the day, iTarget. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and are forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. But we're not going to let that, we're going to stop that after election, okay? When the government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. But most of us don't have time to consistently train, plus ammo is really expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using their proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today you can get 10% off plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10. That's SAVE10. This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. Again, that's the letter itargetpro.com. itargetpro.com, offer code SAVE10. Please check them out. They're incredible. We're very close to them, and we do admire all the things that they're doing for us. and training the country about safety and how to hold a firearm, how to get comfortable with a firearm. So do go ahead and check that out. With that said, if this is your first time getting to know me here, again, my name is Lilith. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Teachers for Trump. What? A conservative public school teacher? Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Find me at teachers_for_Trump on Instagram, where I do God's work by exposing the public school system, exposing the teachers' unions, exposing the curriculum that they are shoving down the throats of your little children, all the way from kindergarten through high school. So check me out on Instagram. To all of my followers who already follow me, thank you, bless your hearts, and continue sharing stuff with me. Share photos of these curriculums or the magazines or books that your kids are being forced to read, or anything you have. Share them with me. I love to expose what's taking place in our classrooms. They're targeting the most vulnerable population, that is our children. Families, you will be floored if you find out what they are brainwashing your children with. They can't read, they can't write, they can't figure out 5 times 5 without a calculator. Oh, but they know how to use TikTok. They watch Netflix during class. They watch YouTube during class. They literally make TikTok videos in class, and you just have to allow it to happen. So if you can, school choice. Those are my 2 favorite words. School choice, and of course, our very own man, President Donald J. Trump, is the first president to encourage school choice and to fight for patriotic education. And so I want you all to just kind of open up your eyes, get involved with your child's education. If you see something, say something. If you can homeschool, private school, charter school, take those opportunities now, because it is rampant, my friends. So the other thing that comes with being there's a lot of things that come with being a conservative public school teacher. I'm just going to say that. I know what you're thinking, and I read your comments, and I see you guys say, oh my gosh, Lilith, you've got some guts to say what you say. Someone has to say it. Somebody has to say it. We're done being silent, aren't we, Tom? Americans are done being silent. So what if I support President Trump? So what? I don't care. Okay, and I will continue teaching, and I will continue holding our students to high expectations and allowing them to have critical thinking skills and think for themselves. The difference between indoctrination and education. Indoctrination, you tell the kids what to think. Education, you tell the kids to think. You don't tell them how to think. You don't tell them what to think. You just encourage them to think for themselves. Tom, you've got a few more years, more than I do. Just a couple. Tell us, what was your public school educational experience like?
I'll tell you what, I went to private schools. I went to Catholic schools, so I admit that. And I actually went to public school in the summer. I take some summer classes just so I didn't, to ease the load. But one of the most fascinating reads that I ever looked at was the Articles of Confederation. With the founding, the Federalist Papers, the founding fathers, when they were coming up, getting ready to write the Constitution, all the different letters and things that they wrote back and forth, talking about the different, the original 13 states, and talking about different issues and things that were going on there at the time when the country was being founded. It's just a fascinating piece. And President Trump talks about bringing back patriotism into the curriculum. He's been talking about that at the rallies, and hopefully he'll talk about that as he covers every issue at these rallies. So we're in Michigan, a highly competitive battleground state. Only 4 days left till the presidential election. We're expecting a crowd here. I'm looking at about 7, 8, maybe 10,000 people here today in northwest part of the Detroit metro area. We're in Waterford Township, Michigan, the Oakland County International Airport. So all these rallies have been outdoors during this pandemic, and President Trump making the most out of the last 4 days of the election, doing multiple rallies. So the crowd is fired up. They've been warmed up. They're huddling up together, getting close, and getting ready for President Trump to come out and steal the show. So We're so grateful that you're joining us here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Check out our website at rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com. And thank you for watching us on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell. Give us a thumbs up. And I'm going to read some of those Super Chat donations flying in. If you'd like to be a member, click on Join for as little as $4.99 a month, and you'll get those great emojis you see flying in on our Super Chat. If you click on the S or the $sign, you can make a donation with a message. Sean Kirkdorfer, so $19.99. Thank you, Sean. $20 from Amanda Muse, M-U-I-S-E. Heavenly Father, please bless this gathering and the people watching. We pray your will be done and you will bring peace. Let us set an example to save more souls in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for all your prayers. Pray for our country in these last 4 days to the presidential election down the stretch. Nevada, Dan, $25. Nevada for Trump. Thank you, Dan. Kevin Lee, $20. Trump Pence 2020. Help all Americans from the globalists. Thank you, Kevin. Cynthia Armour, $19.99. Thank you, Cynthia. And a lot of great donations flying in on our YouTube channel. We appreciate all of your love and support. And we feel your prayers as we travel to all these rallies. This is, you can also donate, you can also donate the old-fashioned way. You could send us a letter or a check and make it out to RSBN. Send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Elise Savage, $5. Liberals can't name one thing Biden has done in the black community in 47 years in office. Trump has helped all people reach the American dream. Make America great again. Jamie Rodriguez, me and my wife both support and voted for Trump. MAGA. So thank you, Jamil. Jamil Rodriguez, $4.99. So I voted early yesterday in Ohio. Encourage you and tell all your family and friends to get out and vote. Dr. J, 074. A $10 donation from Australia. Australians for Trump. Donald J., Don Jr., Ivanka, and Barron. 28 more years of Trump. Keep up your amazing work. The world needs more real news. Thank you so much. So, again, we're grateful that you're joining us. We're live here in Michigan. It's about 38 degrees here. President Trump is supposed to come out at about 1 p.m. Eastern here in Michigan. And this is game one of a triple header. We're going to be our second peaceful protest of the day will be at 3:30 from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Brian Glenn will be there with Zoe to bring you all the action. And then at 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to be in Rochester, Minnesota. Mike Nificent will be there with Brick Suit and at Chizmaga on Twitter, Chizmaga. So they're going to be there bringing you all the action for you at 6 o'clock tonight. So stay tuned to Right Side Broadcasting Network. We show you all the rally from the beginning to the end. We traveled all these rallies. It costs money to travel, $5,000 to $7,000 to travel to these rallies. I want to give a shout out to our great cameraman, Will. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you do, the hardest working person, the camera person. And so we really appreciate you. And I'll read some more of those donations coming in. Redeemed Patriot, $5. Lilith, if I was 40 years younger, I voted in person. Red wave, baby. So I'll pass it on to Lilith. She's a rock star. She definitely is. She's a fan favorite here at RSBN. We love her. And she brings so much energy and passion. She's a great teacher, an educator, a noble profession. And we caught up with her when President Trump was in the hospital, Walter Reed in Washington, D.C. So this is her fourth rally. And we're so proud of her. We got a great crew here at RSBN, crisscrossing the country to bring all the action to you. So thank you so much. A new member, Nick Rivera. Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. $6 from Blue Girl Deb. Please, let's have a discussion on how school choice is different from busing kids to school. 25 years ago did not go well. Let's talk. Absolutely. So thank you so much for your support and your donations. President Trump, we had some great opening speakers. We heard from Ronna McDaniel. We also heard from Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson, who's the Housing and Urban Development Secretary on the cabinet. Also Richard Grinnell, the great Richard Grinnell ambassador. He's also a secretary in the White House, the Trump administration. great people behind President Trump, helping him winning and delivering those promises. Promises made, promises kept. So 4 days to the presidential election. We want 4 more years. So Michigan, we need you. We need you, Michigan. Lilith is back, and we appreciate it.
I was so excited because you saw a few minutes earlier there were Armenians support Trump, or more Armenians for Trump back there, so I had to give them a shout out. But people are out here with their blankets, their hot tea, hot coffee, beanies, everything. So, hey, thank you guys. We keep getting so much support from the crowd. What's new, Tom? What should we talk about next? Should we talk about cancel culture? I love to talk about cancel culture. Let's talk about cancel culture. Drop us a comment, all right, down below if you've been canceled before, because I know that many of us have. And my message is, if you cancel me, I will open up my own school. Sorry, I support President Trump. I'm a conservative teacher, walked away from the Democratic Party. True fact, 2012, I don't know if you know this, Tom. I hope you can forgive me. In 2012, I voted for Obama. Why? The media told me to. I said, okay, sure, I'll vote for him. Celebrities were talking about it. Actors were talking about it. Singers were talking about him. I mean, everybody was just hyping up Obama. So I said, well, that must be the most clear, obvious thing to do. As much as I hate myself for that, we would not have President Trump if we didn't have President Obama.
Former President Barack Obama, his greatest legacy was Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump. So, I mean, another 4 years, we get 8 years of President Trump. This is going to be unbelievable, folks. We're living in history. And President Trump overcoming the coronavirus himself, it's going to be, the victory is going to be even greater and sweeter. So, only 4 days away till the presidential election. We're live in Michigan, Waterford Township, Michigan, right outside of Detroit. We're at the Oakland County International Airport. We're looking at about 10,000 people showing up here today, braving the cold here in the great state of Michigan. President Trump only winning Michigan 4 years ago by 10,000 votes, so hoping to increase that margin here. And it's about 38 degrees. It feels about 34, just about freezing, just above freezing weather. And we have a brisk wind, about 10, 11 miles an hour. So, but the people are fired up, they're warmed up and ready to go. We heard from some great opening speakers, and
I'll go into the...
we're also going to see, we're definitely going to see an aircraft, probably Air Force One today here landing in Michigan for another great President Trump rally, another great peaceful protest. Lilith?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Tom. So going back to cancel culture, a lot of you who follow me on Instagram, again, Teachers for Trump, I'm on Instagram. I had a young lady reach out to me. I won't give you her name. I'm going to protect her privacy. But she messaged me that she was canceled from her job because she went to a MAGA rally. She went to a President Trump MAGA rally, and she posted a photo, and her job canceled her. So I want to read you the comment that I received from her. I'm writing to you today to bring awareness to social issues in the workplace. On September 13, 2020, I attended President Donald Trump's campaign rally in Henderson, Nevada, in support of the president and to express my constitutional right as an American citizen. That sounds legal to me. On September 17, so 4 days after she attended the MAGA rally, I received a shocking and disturbing email from a public relations agency that I was a partner of. They chose to terminate my contract due to me holding a MAGA sign at the campaign rally. I'm speaking out today to help prevent future occurrences in all businesses. I would appreciate any support in making this go public. This is real. This is real. This person, this young lady, was fired from her job. All she did was she went to a MAGA rally. She went to a President Trump MAGA rally. She held up a Make America Great Again sign. She posted that photo on her Instagram, and her job canceled her. And you know what part of the email said? We stand with equality and equity. Well, wait a minute. No, you don't. You clearly don't stand with equality because you just canceled somebody for going to a President Trump rally. How could you stand for equality? So let us know in the comments, have you been canceled? What was that experience like? And to anybody that has been canceled, listen, here's what I tell everybody, Tom. We're still voting for President Trump. So you can cancel us, but we're still voting for President Trump. So you can cancel us all day long. We're winning by a landslide. And James O'Keefe from, do you know Project Veritas?
Yes.
He goes and he exposes all of the dirty politicians and all of the dirty people who are trying to infiltrate and the voter fraud, the election fraud, everything. He exposes them. So if we want to, experience cancel culture, what do you say? I think we should cancel all the people that James O'Keefe has been helping expose us.
Absolutely,
Right?
Lilith.
Right?
Wonderful
We gotta be
stuff.
fair.
So we appreciate all your support and your donations. We travel all these rallies. We're being stretched thin. The crowd is fired up. They are really fired up here in Michigan. I mean, and they notice us. They see us, Right Side Broadcasting Network. Absolutely. So we're being stretched thin. We're going to be doing 20 rallies here in the next 4 days, around 20 rallies. I mean, we're going to be crisscrossing the country. So we really appreciate your support and your donations. And, it costs money to travel all these rallies, hotels, flights, travel, meals. And
we've got some more messages.
we really appreciate it. So
We've got more messages. Would you mind me
sure.
saying those out? I just got these emails, so I want to give a shout out to all of you who have been emailing us. Melissa T says, we love all of you at Right Side. Thank you for keeping up with our great president. Keep up the great work. Trump 2020. Thank you so much, Melissa. Jean Ann Monahan says, thank you, RSBN, for letting us see our POTUS at these rallies. I'm wondering something is happening. Oh, they're Secret Service. Okay, they're cheering for Secret Service. That's awesome. The crowd goes wild. Corbet Kimball says, we really appreciate RSBN and OAN for both bringing Trump rallies to us, and we appreciate you. Patricia S. says, we stand united with the best president ever, Trump, 4 more years. Yes. Milosh says, greetings from Germany.
Wow.
Check that out. Greetings from Germany. We have some people here who are supporting Trump. Also, we wish him to win, and he will win. God bless you.
Thank you
Germany.
so much.
I was born in Munich, Germany, and I gotta go back. I need to go back to Germany. Thank you so much for that, Milos. We've got one from Mike. Save the world, guys. In God we trust. Greetings from Holland. Check that out. We've got Brazil. We've had Puerto Rico. Where else have we seen?
Sweden. Canada. Australia.
Yes. Tina Godwin says, I've never seen any president work harder for our country. Good versus evil. Good always wins. Trump 2020. That is right, Tina. Let's see. We have Jim Gonzalez saying, vote Trump. Save America for our kids. Yes. Sylvia Hernandez says, Latinos for Trump. 2020. God bless America. We have Latinos for Trump. We have blacks for Trump. We have legal immigrants for Trump. Amish for Trump. Armenians for Trump, Asians for Trump, Democrats for Trump. I'm not even kidding. What else? What other coalitions
Why
do we
not?
have? Why not?
We got
Everything is possible now.
Absolutely. We appreciate all the love and support as we're down the stretch. We got some more donations flying in on our YouTube Super Chat. So don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell on our YouTube channel. $5 from Johnny Donalis. Hi there from Phoenix, Arizona. I've been watching you guys a while now. I really like what you do. Thank you, Johnny. Joseph Kellogg, $20. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you traveling all around the country reporting real news. Thank you for your support, and we really appreciate your support. We're going to be doing a bunch of rallies here in the last 4 days, so we need help. We really need your help and your love and support and your prayers. We feel your prayers as we travel all these rallies. John Harvey, $5. Thank you, John. Joseph Kellogg, $20. Thank you, Joseph. Brenda donated $49.99. Thank you, Brenda. $20 from Cam Gal, $79. $20. Thank you, RSB. Get out and vote. Freedom or slavery. Vote straight red ticket and be a part of saving the greatest country in the world.
That's right.
Thanks, Cam Gal. Willie's son. donated $300. Thank you, Willie. Maurice
Maurice
Van Herk from the Netherlands donated $21.99. Thank you so much.
Did you read that one yet?
Go ahead, read it.
All right. Caterlin says, California suburban woman for Trump. Thank you, RSBN. I love it.
Gigi donated $34.99 Canadian dollars, 4 more years. Thank you, Gigi. $4.99 from Cam WMS. God bless USA and the world. God bless President Trump. Kevin Anderson, $5, just voted for Donald J. Trump.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
A comment here says, gay conservative for Trump. I love it. There is also a coalition gays for Trump, gay conservative for Trump. Yeah.
Absolutely. Griechi, $5.49. Hello from Germany, Trump 2020. So thank you very much for all your support. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com, and if there you could donate through PayPal or credit card on our website and get all the links to our social media there. We're at RSB Network on Twitter, at RSB Network on Instagram. And if you'd like to send us a letter, or a donation there, if you'd like to send us a check, you can make it out to RSBN and send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830.
Nice job.
So thank you very much. Lilith?
Nice job, Tom. Just looking at this crowd, I always think about the fact that Biden can't even get 3 people in his gym, 3 people at a church, and we've got this huge, massive crowd here in the cold, in the freezing cold. Doesn't matter if it rains, doesn't matter if it snows. Look at them. They are smiling. They're cheering for us. Look at that. We love you. We love you. Thank you so much. We love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, the polls are telling us, the polls are telling us. What polls? I don't know what polls you guys are talking about. Come see for yourself. Turn your TVs off. Throw your TVs out the window, people, because they're giving you fake coverage. They're giving you fake news. And they're only driving you crazy. What did they say? They're driving you crazy. So don't believe the TV. Don't believe the fake polls. This is the poll right here. You just got to come to a rally yourself and see for yourself who people are supporting and what they're saying, their message, why they're here. There's so many people here, I bet, that have voted Democrat, that have walked away from the Democratic Party. That is without a doubt. That is without a doubt. They're so happy. Thank you all so much for recognizing us. Seriously, we have come such a long way. Our amazing CEO, Joe, started all of this back in 2015 after hearing President Trump, talk about the fake news and how they're not reporting President Trump in a very righteous, fair way. And so our incredible CEO, Joe, said, well, why don't I do it? He got a camera crew, he got all that out there, and we just started reporting all his events, all of his rallies. We started small, and we've grown to be this huge, and we've grown for the crowd to see us and to recognize us. It's such a nice thing to be recognized.
Absolutely. I also want to give a shout out to our partners, Diamond and Silk. Thank you for broadcasting a stream with us, and we love you, Diamond and Silk. We got some more donations flying in on YouTube Super Chat. $4.99 from Paula Hurst. $4.99 from Double Shock. The Bidens are corrupt. Facts matter. Just Truth, $25. Massachusetts, Plumber for Trump. Thank you so much. $5 from Surlia Tara. Micronesians for Trump. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I've seen that a few times.
Liz Larson, thank you for being a member. Thank you, Liz. Artificial Intelligence, $5. Remember, there are Democrats for Trump. Maurice Davis from Michigan. Go Lilith and Tom. Thank you.
Oh, so sweet.
Awesome. DLT Lawn Care, $5. Blind Small Business Owner for Trump. Thank you so much. Wake Up Family, $10. Disabled Veteran for Donald Trump from Arnold's Family. Thank you so much. So we've got some donations flying in on YouTube Super Chat. $4.99, Ryan Tatro. The work you do is important and uplifting. Keep it up. Thank you, Ryan. Jay donated 20 support from Northern Ireland. Thank you, Jay. Trump 2020.
Wow, Northern Ireland, incredible.
New member, Liana Berthold. Thank you, Liana. Thank you so much. $25 from Trading Pennies.
You show me if Hayden Biden can get any kind of support, let alone this kind of momentum. This is a movement. This is huge. This isn't about President Trump. He was sent from God. We've heard that from many people, and at first I was like, I don't know what they're talking about, because I didn't vote in 2016. Because thanks to the media, I knew I would never vote for crooked Hillary. That I was smart enough to know, but I didn't vote because I didn't know enough about President Trump, and the media wouldn't tell us the truth about him, and so I stood out of that one. And I said, I'm just not going to vote, but you already know who I'm going for this year. So, yeah, Hayden Biden has no support at all whatsoever. I don't know who's behind these polls or what, but the man can't even speak properly. He doesn't know where he is half the time. He doesn't know how many grandkids he has. He doesn't know what day of the week it is. He doesn't know what state he's in. He doesn't even know what he's running for. He's running for the U.S. Senate. He said he's been in office for 147 years. Well, him being in office for 47 years, let me tell you, it sure as heck felt like 147 years, because he needs to get out. Be done with him. There's a good analogy I see on Instagram all the time. They say, if you took your car to a car shop and they were fixing it, but it was taking them 47 years to fix your car, would you leave your car with them for another 4 years? Think about that. If the man hasn't done anything for us in 47 years, what makes you think anything is going to change this coming election? I don't know. Let us know.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lily. We got some more donations coming in on YouTube Super Chat. And we're going to talk about our partner again here really quick in just a minute.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 11 new rallies just announced. 11 new rallies. This man does not sleep. He is fighting for the country. He's fighting for the world, and he's unstoppable. 11 new rallies.
That's incredible. That's incredible. We're gonna be covering them all. We're not gonna miss a rally. We're gonna show you all the action from the beginning to the end. Randall Vest, $24.99. Machinist for Trump. Thank you, Randall. Kumar SGD, $10. Trump 2020. Regina here. Today is my birthday from Singapore in Asia. Thank you for your honest news and letting people see the real crowd at the rallies and battling the fake news. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. $5 from Luke Brumfield, West Virginia for Trump. Good to see you, Luke. Thank you. $5 from the greatest country in the world. Love from Canada. Thank you so much, Canadian donation. $25 from Angry Karen. The American people say to the socialist Dems, you can't have America. Trump 2020 landslide. We're hoping for a red wave here in the great state of Michigan. Lisa Robinson, $5. Go Trump, Cajun for Trump. Thank you, Lisa. $9.99. Adam West. Democrats will steal this election with fake votes and help from Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett, who are okay, well, thank you very much, Adam, for your support. Terra Titanic, $10. USA, your British cousins from across the pond, we really appreciate your support for our President Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much. So, $10 donation from Christopher Saylor. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. $5 from Chris Toso, greetings from London, England. Trump 2020, drain the swamp. Thank you so much. Samantha Logue, thank you for all you're doing, getting the truth out there. And thank you for all your donations and your support. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and there you could donate through PayPal or credit card and support our network. We're going to be traveling a bunch of rallies. 11 just announced.
Yes.
We're going to be doing around 20 rallies here in the next 4 days. Only 4 days to the presidential election. We're living in history, folks. We're live from Waterford Township, Michigan, in the Detroit metro area, the northwest part of Detroit. We're expecting about 10,000 people here at the Oakland County International Airport. Rally's supposed to begin here in 15 minutes, scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. Eastern. And so we're going to bring all that action to you here. And then we have 2 more rallies today, one at 3:30 in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then at 6 p.m. tonight from Rochester, Minnesota. So stay tuned to RSBNetwork.com is our website. And we appreciate all your love and support and donations. We traveled all these rallies, and costs a lot, about $5,000 to $7,000 per rally to travel with all the expenses. We have different camera crews and different reporters crisscrossing the country, so we appreciate all your love and support and donations. As we're down the stretch. Only 4 days left till the presidential election.
Only 4 days left, including today. I haven't voted yet. I'm going to vote. And I was joking on the car ride here. I said, guys, I'm having a hard time figuring out who to vote for. Help me out. Who should I vote for? Who should I vote for? I gave a kick out of our crew today. But the crowd is going crazy. I think they're trying to do a wave in the crowd. I'm not sure how that was going. I didn't watch that, but it seems awesome. Yeah, people are just eager to be here. And, every time I see a police officer, this is just me, I always say thank you so much. This country loves you, this country respects you, this country honors you, and this country prays for you. So if you want to borrow that line, you're more than welcome to, because I love to hear that. Our law enforcement officers are holding on to thin ice right now. I'm sure that if they had a way to get out, if they had something else lined up, that they would leave in a heartbeat. We don't want that to happen. We need law and order on our streets. We want to be able to support our men and women who are brave enough, courageous enough, dedicated enough to get up in the mornings, proudly display their badge, and go serve and protect our communities. If it's not for them, who are we gonna call? Ghostbusters? The Cookie Monster? Who are we gonna call? It's true. It's really true. And to these school districts across the country who are trying to defund our school resource officers, who are you gonna call? Seriously, your school guidance counselor who has a hard time doing their own job as it is? Are you going to call Ghostbusters, Cookie Monsters? Are you going to call Legoland? Who are you going to call? You're going to call 911. You're going to dial the number that saves our lives and our children's lives. And so President Trump is the biggest advocate for law enforcement. And here at RSBN, we're biggest advocates too for law enforcement, first responders. We are, don't knock my Ghostbusters. We're big advocates for law enforcement and, military, all of that. And so is President Donald J. Trump. So he truly is a miracle. He truly is trying to keep this country grounded and stable and keep law and order in our schools and law and order on our streets. And again, I'm a public school teacher, and I will continue to teach my children to respect our law enforcement officers, to respect this country, and to respect our flag. You will stand for the pledge. You will honor this country. You will honor everyone's different opinions. And that is how we come together as a united country. That is how we become one. We have to put our indifferences aside. We have to put our disagreements aside and just come together. We're all human. At the end of the day, we are all human beings, and we just have to be humble on that. So,
we have a great sponsor today, itargetpro.com. So, Lilith, maybe you want to get ready. I could read some of the YouTube super chats, so you get that up for us. Tim Latcham, thank you for being a member. Canadian donation, $5. Viva Trump, Viva America, much love. Thank you. $9.99 from EF, great job RSBN. $10 from Scott Bertle. Don't forget to help elect Republican senators in the House of Representatives too. Trump 2020. President Trump here to make that personal endorsement, which is golden to a candidate, to U.S. Senate candidate John James, Republican nominee. John James running again here in 2020 here in the great state of Michigan. We hope for We wish her all the best in his success here in just 4 days. Ruth Ann Carlisle, $110. $10 per rally. Love you. Thank you, Ruth Ann. Thank you so much for that generous donation. Fred Cousin, $20. Thank you, Fred. Sebastian, 2020. God bless President Trump for all the good he did for our great country. America is so blessed with such a great warrior. May he bless him with 4 more years of leadership. God bless our great president.
Say 12 more years and the liberals will cry.
Scott Campbell, $9.99. $4.99 from Lynn Hart. Thank you so much, Lynn. What a joy. Uniting the voice of a generation that's full of his kingdom's purposes. I love RSB like a proud mom, and I'm here for you. Let's talk. Thank you, Lynn, so much for your love and support. Dimple TSE, $14.99. Go Trump, make America great. Supporting from Pinole, California. Win, win, win. Doma Tissering Pinhole. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, all of you, for your support. We do read these comments. We do read these super chats. We do appreciate, kind of gauging our audience. And we here at RSBN, we are intimate. We do talk with you all. We do give you, shout outs. So thank you for doing that. And this year truly has been a very trying year. 2020 has been it's been very different, but it hasn't just been different for us here in America. It's been different for the entire world. I mean, with Corona and all that stuff, but really this world has been shaking this year. There's been so much good that's come out of 2020, and so much that hasn't been so positive, but at the end of the day, God has always been with us. God will continue to be with us, and we are headed towards victory. We are headed towards 4 more years of excellence with all of your help. And so we are going to keep that coming. And we are so happy and we're so proud to just show you live coverage of these rallies. And it looks like currently here it is 12:52 Eastern time. So President Trump is scheduled to come on at 8 o'clock. And again, my name is Lilith, and you can find me on Instagram. It's Teachers for Trump. That's teachers_for_Trump. Well, I like to expose a public school system. Yes, as a public school teacher, I see all of it. I hear all of it. They're ramming it down our throats. Let me tell you how many hours of professional development we teachers are having to go through. They're not teaching us how to get ready for virtual teaching. They're not helping us get ready for these changes and all that stuff. No, they're telling us to check our microaggressions. Could you believe that? Could you just put yourself in my shoes real quick? You're sitting there for hours listening to your school administrator tell you to check your microaggressions. Give me a break. Help us figure out how we're supposed to maneuver during this virtual learning. Maybe that's what we should talk about. But again, Teachers for Trump on Instagram. I help expose everything that's going on, and I help expose your stories. I get dozens of stories from you every day about what your children are faced with, what you as parents are faced with, and a lot of you have I'm going to tell you, something really good that has come out of the shutdown is that parents have been able to witness a brainwashing with their own 2 eyes. They've been able to hear what teachers are saying through Zoom or through Google Meet, and they're hearing things and they're going, well, wait a minute, why are you talking about President Trump with a 3rd grader during a math class? That doesn't seem right. Students have been kicked off of Zoom for having a Trump flag in the back. Kids have been kicked off of Zoom for wearing a MAGA hat. But Black Lives Matter flag, oh yeah, we welcome that in any day, any time. But imagine high schoolers, middle schoolers, elementary students, they're being kicked off, they're being harassed, they're being targeted for supporting President Trump. Let that sink in. So one of the great things I think that has come out of being shut down during COVID is that families have been able to understand the level of indoctrination, the level of mistreatment in our public school education system. That the focus has gone from, hey, we're here to do our job, to teach your child math, English, science, history, art, music. I teach music. I'm a music teacher. We've left that side, and now we're talking about President Trump. Now we're talking about election, and we're talking about, oh, well, you shouldn't be using whitehouse.gov as your source because they're very biased. It's crazy. So the great news is that families have started to understand the depth of school choice and why it's so vastly important. School choice allows the funds to follow the student instead of their zip code. With school choice, you can take your child to a better public school, a private school, a charter school, and you can even homeschool. So families, we understand the difficult time that you are in right now with the brainwashing and the indoctrinating. Hang in there. Send me everything you've got. Follow me on Teachers for Trump on Instagram. I will help expose all this for you. And stay positive. There are teachers like me out there. There are conservative teachers out there like me. No, we don't talk about President Trump. No, we don't tell our students to vote for President Trump. We leave all of that outside of their classroom. We teach our students responsibility, how to be on time, how to stay on top of their tasks, how to graduate, how to apply for college, how to have critical thinking skills, all the things that are necessary that our liberal teachers and our liberal professors so graciously forget to do. So, Tom, go ahead and remind our viewers our partner for the day.
Absolutely, itargetpro.com, and let's.
I'm sorry. There you go.
No, that's okay. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. When government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. Most of us don't have time to consistently train. Plus, ammo is very expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using their proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today, you can get 10% off plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10. This is just the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. That's the letter I, targetpro.com. itargetpro.com, offer code SAVE10. So we really appreciate our partners at itargetpro.com for working with us today and being a partner. This is game one of a triple header today. We're in Michigan, Waterford Township, Michigan, just outside of the Detroit metro area. This rally is scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. any minute now, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then game two, we're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's scheduled to begin at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Brian, Glenn, and Zoe will be there for you to bring you all the action here on RSBN. And then the third peaceful protest of the day will be tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, from Rochester, Minnesota, right on the border of Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin there. Mike Nificent will be there with Brick Suit and at ChizMaga on Twitter. So we're looking forward to these rallies, and President Trump, he covers every issue. Thank you for joining us on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And so any minute now, President Trump will be coming out to speak to you. He's going to be coming out to the crowd. It's about 38 degrees here. Feels about 34, just above freezing. The 10, 11 mile an hour breeze. All of the rallies now have been outside at airports. So we're at the Oakland County International Airport in Michigan with only 4 days left to the presidential election. So we're grateful that you're joining us here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com. rsbnetwork.com/donate if you'd like to donate through PayPal or credit card. We're going to be doing 20 rallies in the next 4 days, folks. We got 11 just announced. So we need your help as we travel to these rallies. It costs about $5,000 to $7,000 to travel, to bring all of our equipment, our camera, and all our crew. We got crew, different members of our crew at all these battleground states as President Trump finishes up strong here with only 4 days left to the presidential election. So we're grateful that you're joining us. And so if you'd like to send us a check or a letter, we read all the letters. You can send a check to RSBN and mail it to 1550 Opelika Road, Opelika, Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. So those are the different ways you can donate. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell, give us a thumbs up for our streams, and you can also donate using the $sign or the S in our super chat, the $sign. You can make a donation. I'll read some of those donations coming in on our YouTube super chat. Ron and Christine Enoch Ministries, $24.99. Thank you so much. Kimberly Kingsborough from Sweden, 100. Sweden for Trump. Thank you so much. Mike Searing, $24.99. Thank you, Mike. Melissa Scolard, $20. Trump 2020.
Oh, man.
Ron, Paul Realtor for You, 2020. Combat infantry, men, veterans, bald guys, deacons, and realtors for Trump all day. 4 more years. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I've got some emails here too, Tom. If you wouldn't mind, I want to give them a shout out as well. Ronald Day says, thanks for fighting for us who believe in doing what's right. May God bless you and lead you by his Holy Spirit. That's a very touching message. Thank you so much, Ronald. Joy says, best president ever. We love you. Ben too says, God bless America and the president. Thank you so much. Louisa Toloyan says, Armenians for Trump. Shout out to Lilith. Woo! Thank you so much. Mary says, thank you, Father Frank, for doing an awesome... Sorry, my hair is getting stuck on my lip gloss. Ladies, if you got this issue, let me know in the comments. Mary says, thank you, Father Frank, for doing an awesome rally. God bless you, and victory for President Trump 2020. And vote in person, all red.
Or power, or fame. He had all that. He did it because of his love for our great country.
And we will make America great again.
Donald J. Trump beat the odds, smashed the establishment, and won the presidency for the American people.
Donald Trump has defeated Hillary Clinton to become president-elect.
Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the race.
It has been a stunning night. It has been a historic night.
Washington, D.C., the establishment is terrified, and they should be. They were all of them wrong, making this one of the greatest upsets in American political history.
Immediately upon taking office, President Trump changed things. But change threatened the establishment, and the establishment fought back. Democrat obstruction, phony investigations, the dishonest media, an incredible 92% of stories are negative. No president has seen anything like it. Despite everything they threw at him, President Trump delivered for the American people, and he delivered like never before. Building the strongest economy in American history, 7 million new jobs, the lowest ever unemployment for Black and Hispanic Americans, ending the Biden era of lopsided trade deals that sent our factories overseas, passing the historic USMCA, taking on China, winning the trade war, protecting and strengthening Medicare and Social Security, lowering the cost of insulin, delivering the first real drop in drug prices in 50 years, restoring our military, fixing the VA, bringing our troops home, and taking the world's deadliest terrorists off the battlefield. Soleimani, al-Baghdadi, ISIS, brought to justice. Moving America's embassy to Jerusalem, a new era of strength and solidarity with our ally Israel. Negotiating a historic peace deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. Securing our border. Miles of new border wall being built. Illegal immigration dropped to the lowest point in a decade. Tackling the coronavirus head on. Banning travel from China. Mobilizing government, business, and the American people to manufacture masks, ventilators, and medical supplies. And launching Operation Warp Speed, an unprecedented effort to develop a vaccine to eradicate the coronavirus from the face of the earth in record time. President Trump has accomplished more for the American people in 4 years than any other president in history. And in his second term, he will lead America to even greater heights, draining the swamp, rebuilding the economy, bringing back millions of jobs, creating 10 million new jobs in 10 months. New opportunities for all Americans, not just those at the top. Lowering drug costs, expanding access to high-quality health care for every American family, defending America's police, restoring law and order to our cities, stopping illegal immigration and protecting American families, and ending America's reliance on China once and for all, bringing back jobs and factories, making medicine and products in America again. President Trump will rebuild America's infrastructure, renew hope and our entrepreneurial spirit for a new generation, and restore the American dream. It won't be easy, never pretty. The swamp will continue to fight him every step of the way. But under President Trump, our families will thrive. Our incomes will rise. Our communities will be kept safe. Our factories will flourish. Our flag will fly high. Our country will soar, and we will make America great again.
We are back. That was a quick way to hype up the crowd and, get them psyched for President Donald J. Trump to come out here. Currently, it is 1:07 Eastern Time, so it looks like President Trump is getting closer to arriving here in Michigan. And we do read your comments on YouTube, so I will encourage you to leave us a comment. Let us know, have you ever attended a MAGA rally before? Where did you attend it? When did you attend it? And we've got 11 new rallies coming up. So in total, that's about 20 rallies for the next 3 more days. So let us know if you will be going to any of these rallies. Let us know in the comments below. And if you do come by, say hi to us here at RSBN. We would love to say hi to all of you and meet as many of you as possible. Like I said earlier, what's happening 2020, this has been a very trying year for everybody across the world. And, God is with us. We are pulling through. God is with us. God is with the world, and God is also with Armenians. And again, just another quick shout out to RDB LA. They are an amazing car company out in LA, probably the biggest one, ran by Armenians who have been so incredible in raising awareness and donating for Armenians, what's going on in the war in Armenia. I'm an Armenian American. I love this country. And currently I'm fighting for 2 countries right now. I'm fighting to save the United States, and I'm fighting to save Armenia. If you are Armenian or if you know what's going on, leave me a comment in YouTube. I read all of them. And let me know if you've ever been to Armenia, if you're related to an Armenian, because we are all over the world. And God is with us. Hi, John, he's with us. Hang in there, everybody across the world. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be fine. We need unity now more than ever before. And so if you are interested in learning more about the war in Armenia, I would encourage you to look up what's going on. I would encourage you to donate as much or little as you possibly can to the Armenia Fund online. And, we have to do what we have to do as human beings. When you watch your own country who is in peril, you will do anything and everything to save that country, whether it's the United States, whether it's Armenia, whether it's Brazil, whether it's anywhere, really. And when we win this war in Armenia, I'm going to take a few months off of school. I'm going to take a few months off of work, and I'm going to go to Armenia my motherland, and help rebuild my country. And if you are watching and you're interested, reach out to me, Teachers for Trump on Instagram. That's teachers_for_Trump. Let me know. I'm willing to put everything on the line for the United States. I'm willing to put everything on the line for Armenia, and I'm sure you are too. And it's very important to note that there are so many coalitions out here who support President Trump, and it's getting quiet. I wonder, okay. We're so anxious to see if Air Force is coming in, but we have a great view here, so don't worry, you're gonna get an awesome glimpse of the Air Force one. But yeah, I was saying there's so many coalitions, blank for Trump. We have Latinos for Trump, Asians for Trump, Mexicans for Trump, legal immigrants for Trump, Asians for Trump, Armenians for Trump, Amish for Trump, Democrats for Trump. I saw somewhere Biden for Trump. Biden for Trump. I've seen it all. We've seen it all. So, Tom, what would you like to add?
Well, we're grateful that you're joining us here in Michigan, and we're warming up. We're getting warmer by the minute. This rally is scheduled to begin at 1 o'clock. It's here in the 1 o'clock hour, so it's about 38 degrees and feels about 34, 35 with a good 10, 11 mile an hour breeze. So it's been really, this fall weather is in the air, but we're living in history, folks. 4 days to the presidential election. So important to tell your family and friends to get out and vote. We're in the state of Michigan, a highly competitive battleground state. 5 million people voted here 4 years ago in the great state of Michigan. President Trump winning only by 10,000 votes over Hillary Clinton 4 years ago. But President Trump is here to reach out to hearts and minds. A lot of Democrats here we're in the greater metro area of Detroit. We're in the northwest part of the Detroit metro area at the Oakland County International Airport. We're in Waterford Township, Michigan. So this is a big suburban area of Detroit. A lot of Democrats here that hopefully will support Donald J. Trump. Maybe some people here will be the first time at a rally. So President Trump will cover every issue. We're waiting for aircraft, maybe Air Force One to touch down. There's aircraft approaching. And here is Air Force One touching down as we speak. Air Force One, wheels down. And people are just loving it here. Everybody's got their phones out taking pictures. President Trump arriving here in the great state of Michigan with only 4 days left to the presidential election. This is game one of our triple header. We're here in Michigan. Rally to begin any moment now, and then at 3:30 we're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brian, Glenn, and Zoe will bring all the action for you, and then 6 o'clock tonight we're going to be in the great state of Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota, and with Mike Nificent will bring all the action with Brick Suit and Chiz Maga, so they'll be there to bring you all the action here on RSBN. We show you all of the crowd, all of the opening speakers, and we don't miss a second. Of course, when President Trump comes out, he steals the show. So Air Force One has touched down here in Michigan, a critical battleground state, along with Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Carolina, Florida, and of course the great state of Arizona, where President Trump is also trying to keep the majority of the United States Senate, supporting great candidates like here in Michigan, U.S. Senate candidate and Republican nominee, John James, only 39 years old, a West Point graduate, and served in Iraq, a great candidate, a great Republican nominee, and we're big fans of his here at RSBN. Also, President Trump supporting U.S. Senator Martha McSally in Arizona, doing a great job, making multiple stops to Arizona. It's going to make multiple stops back here in Michigan with only 4 days left, folks. We're going to be traveling all these rallies. It's hard to keep up with President Donald J. Trump, and it costs us about $5,000 to $7,000 to travel to all these rallies with our equipment and reporters. So we really appreciate your donations, your love and support, and your prayers. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and there you'll get all of our links, and you can donate through PayPal or credit card to our network. And we really appreciate your support. And Lilith, what do you think? What do you think President Trump will talk about today? He covers every issue. Air Force One has touched down, and the people are warmed up. The adrenaline's pumping. I'm actually getting warmer by the minute here. I was freezing there for a while, but we got our hand warmers. We try to prepare ahead of time, but it's still very brisk and cold out here. October 30th. Can you believe it?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what do I think President Trump will talk about? What will he not talk about? Lately, he's been like full beast savage mode. I mean, no filter at all whatsoever. This is why people don't like President Trump, because he hurts their feelings. He's just honest. He's real. He's very outspoken. I'm very outspoken. I'm a public school teacher standing here working with Right Side Broadcasting, working directly with the campaign. We're tired of being silent Americans. So I think President Trump, like always, he is going to talk about law enforcement. He's going to talk about law and order. He will talk about hiding Joe Biden and Hunter and the laptop and voter fraud and election fraud. And he's going to talk about China. He's going to talk about the China virus. And he's going to talk about the economy, the great leaps we've made in the last 4 years, and more to come in the next 4 years. And he always ends it off by talking about education. It gives me chills every time. I've already heard him talk about it a few times, but you know, he's always got to let us know that education is the most important thing for us to build a better country. If we're not educated, if we're not going to school, if we're not getting the good education that we deserve, we're going to be Antifa and BLM, out on the streets, out on the communities, burning things down. We don't do that. No, we don't. So I said this before, President Trump is the biggest advocate for law enforcement officers. So for all of you law enforcement families that are watching, we all love you. We all support you. Every time I see a police officer with me, a baggie, would you mind holding this? I carry a baggie of handmade bracelets that I make for law enforcement, and I want to show you real quick.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lilith. She's doing a wonderful job. She's a rock star.
All right, so I make these myself. I just go and I grab the strings from the stores, and these are law enforcement bracelets. I carry them around everywhere I go in a little baggie, and when I see a police officer, I hand them a bracelet, and they're always so thrilled. And just the most important thing that we can do as regular people, if you don't already do this, or if you don't know what to say exactly, I like to just thank them. It's just the slightest nudge of appreciation and, showing that you are an advocate for them. When I see them, I say, thank you for your support, thank you for your service, and I say America loves you, honors you, respects you, and prays for you. And they're overworked, they're overwhelmed, they're stressed out. I know that many of them will be happy to quit if they're able to, but we cannot afford that. We cannot afford that. We need them on the streets, we need them in our schools, and leave us a comment. Do you know anybody in law enforcement? Are you a law enforcement officer yourself? How many years have you been in service? Are you a military vet? Let us know a little bit more about you, and what kind of coalition are you in, or what kind of background do you have? Like I mentioned before, I voted for Obama in 2012. I know. You can give me some heat in the comment section, I know, but I voted for Obama because the media told me to. So all thanks to the good old media. See, back then, Tom, I thought the media, they do their job to report the truth. That's what I thought they did. It wasn't until like 2-3 years ago. I kid you not.
Well, you're forgiven, Lilith. We're so glad to have you part of our family here at RSBN. You're a rock star. I want to talk about the presidential seal is up at the podium right now. And we also have the video boards up, so President Trump will be playing some of those famous videos that were censored on Twitter and other social platforms. But I want to talk about our partner for today, itargetpro.com. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. When the government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. But most of us don't have time to consistently train, plus ammo is really expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using their proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely and in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today you can get 10% off plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10. This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. That's the letter iTargetPro.com. iTargetPro.com. And don't forget to use the offer code SAVE10. And we thank you very much to our partner for today, iTargetPro.com. Lilith?
Yeah, I've got some more emails coming in. I love that you are all flooding our super chats, flooding our emails. Keep them coming. We love them so, so much. Here we go. So we've got Lydia Luciu says, Romanians for Trump, Chicago, Phoenix, and Michigan. Thank you for your coverage and your awesome. Thank you for your courage and your awesome coverage. Well, thank you, Lydia. Robert Ferguson says, thank you, President Trump. Keep America great 2020. Thank you. Angel Soto says, shout out from Puerto Rico. Got canceled by a best friend of 50 years over Trump, but worth it because future of USA is more important than friendship. God is using Trump for his glory. Wow, that was a very strong message. Listen, Angel, you took the words out of my mouth. It's true. We've all lost so many friends, you know, relationships, even within our own families. Houses have been torn over a man who's doing so much for a country. But Angel said his best. It's worth it because the future of USA is more important than a friendship. It's true. If you're going to be canceled, sorry, my hair is getting stuck to my lip gloss. Tom doesn't have this problem. But if you've had friends end your friendship or people end your relationship, heck with it. We're still voting for Trump. So they're not real friends if they're going to cancel you for voting Trump. So that's what I have to say. Brett Ferguson says, Australians for Trump, the champion and leader for the free world, 4 more years. Yes, I love to see all the different countries that you guys are all watching us from. Robert Baird says, on election night, I will be streaming Right Side Network for true election results reporting. Yes! Tim says, UK for Trump 2020. Check that out. Thank you so much. Teresa Gonzalez says, God bless you all for the work you do for us, and God bless Donald Trump, the best president of our lifetime. This is the election of our lifetime, friends, I'm telling you. Susanna Lee says, thank you very much for reporting the real news, praying for President Trump. May God watch over the election and pray for peace on November 4th. Pray for good health and travel safety for your cruise. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much, Susanna from California. Thank you. Tom, would you like to read some of the other emails? Would you like to do that? All right, here you go. I got hair getting stuck on my lip gloss, friends. Here you go, Tom.
Thank you, Lilith. William Buck, MAGA, riding the red wave across America. Thank you so much. Thank you for RSBN for all you do. Thank you, William. Teresa Raymond, thank you for all you do. God bless President Trump and Vice President Pence. Thank you, Teresa. Jason Taylor, thanks for what you're doing. Wish I had hair like you. Thank you, Jason. I think that was for Lilith. David Howe.
Where is that?
It's just. Christopher Robinson, Trump for Emperor of America. Thank you. $45 for a 45th POTUS. 12 more years, airborne all the way. Air Force One has touched down here in Michigan. Any minute now, President Trump will be coming off Air Force One and stealing the show. We're so grateful that you're joining us. So check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com. rsbnetwork.com/donate. There you can donate right to our network through PayPal or credit card. Really appreciate it. We travel all these rallies. 11 rallies just announced. And this is in the next 4 days, we're going to be doing around 20 rallies. So we really appreciate your support, your love and prayers as we travel all these rallies. This is game 1 of a triple header today, Friday, October 30th. So we're here in Michigan. This rally's scheduled to begin any moment now. Air Force One has touched down here. And then at 3:30, we're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then at 6 o'clock tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be in Rochester, Minnesota. So stay tuned to RSBN, follow our streams, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and click on the bell. Give us a thumbs up on our YouTube channel. And I'll read some of those YouTube donations also. A new member, if you click on join, you can become a member for as little as $4.99 a month. Sarah Gate, thank you for being a member. $50, we just got 50 from Rich Bailey. Californians for Trump. South Africa for Trump. Really appreciate your support. And all the international viewers out there, salute to you. Croats for Trump, $5. Thank you so much. Scott Bertle, $10. Isabel Coelho, $20. California Latinos for Trump. Thank you so much.
So many patriots from California. Tom, let me tell you real quick before you can finish the rest. We had a rally in Nevada, Carson City, Nevada, and we were grateful enough to be able to do interviews for patriots who were waiting in line to get into the rally. And I was asking them, hey, where are you coming from today? About 80% of the people we talked to said they were coming from California. That's right. President Trump is so strategic on where he plans his rallies that he knows how to engage the audience. He knows he's not going to be going to California. And so he's going to come close enough to the border so that people from California can come and show his support in Nevada. Same thing happened. I live in Virginia, and he had a rally in, I believe, Newport News, which is super close to North Carolina. So people from North Carolina felt like they were in their safe zone coming to Newport News. So we do enjoy hearing where you're from.
In Bullhead, Arizona yesterday, we just had a great rally there. President Trump covering all these battleground states. The presidential seal is at the podium here in Michigan, a highly, highly competitive battleground state. If President Trump can carry this state of Michigan, has 11 electoral votes, 9 U.S. House members, 2 U.S. senators. So if he can carry this state along with the great state of Pennsylvania, he's got it all locked up. He needs those other states too, like Wisconsin, Minnesota. We're going to be there later tonight. Arizona, North Carolina, Florida. All these are key battleground states with only 4 days left till the presidential election. I'll read some more of those donations on the YouTube Super Chat. Robert Borchert, thank you for being a member. Eddie Ferris, thank you for being a member. Thank you so much for your support. Tanya Tucker. Don Warnock, $5. Kansas for President Trump. Win, win, win. Thanks, Don. QB Czar, welcome. Thank you for being a member. Eric Thaddeus Walters, Italy for USA Republican trifecta in less than 80 hours. Thank you so much for your support. Delawareans for Trump, Scott G, $5. Thank you, Scott. Docendo, 22. Thank you once again, $9.99. Good to see you again. More donations coming in on YouTube Super Chat. Oh, and here's President Donald J. Trump.
The 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Oh, what a crowd. This is some crowd. Wow. This is a big crowd. Well, thank you very much. This is a great crowd. We have a lot of great crowds. There's something happening. You're going to see that on the 3rd, although the Supreme Court would probably like to delay it for a long time, it looks like. But we're going to have a tremendous victory. It's going to be a victory like none other. It's the most important election of our lives. Hello, Michigan. How are you doing, Michigan? How are you doing? It's cold, but I feel very warm in this group. This is a great group. 4 days from now, we are going to win this state, and we are going to win 4 more great years in the White House. We're going to have it. We're going to have it. Unless there's something that we don't see. You know, I'm watching these Biden rallies. It's like there's nobody. Of course, he says that they want to do it that way on purpose. You know, no, the problem is nobody shows up. They were putting on the screen our rally. That's you. You're all famous, very famous. And his rally, there was nobody. At least he's doing a rally. He got out of the basement, so that's good. With your support, we will continue to bring back your jobs, cut your taxes, cut your regulations, support our great police, support our military, defend our borders, protect the Second Amendment, which is under siege, protect always religious liberty, and ensure more products are proudly stamped with the wonderful phrase, you know what it is? Made in the USA, and that's happening more and more. Thanks to our historic campaign to slash red tape and mobilize industry, we will deliver a safe vaccine to the American people in just a number of weeks, a couple of weeks. It's happening very fast. Great companies, the greatest companies of their kind in the world. And we got plenty of them there, too. Seniors will be first. We make seniors first, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. They say, will you be the first one to take it? You know, it's a no-win situation. If I say yes, they'll say he demanded to be first. If I say no, they'll say he had no courage. Now, we're going to take care of our seniors first. We're going to take care of our doctors and frontline workers, everybody. But it's really, and by the way, you know, without it, we're still rounding the corner. We have it. But without it, we round the corner. And it will be available free. We're doing the vaccine free. And the reason is that this wasn't your fault. This wasn't anyone's fault. This was China's fault. Just remember it. Our vaccine will eradicate the virus much more quickly and end the pandemic quickly, because we want to have our life restored just to normal. That's all we want. That's all we want, normal. We just want normal. Bring us back 7 months. That's what we want, right? And that's what the whole world wants. Look what's happening in Europe. It's terrible. It's terrible. What China has done to this world. And just remember it. Just remember it. And next year will be the greatest economic year in the history of our country. You see what's happening. 33.1%. Nobody can blame it. They can't believe it. They don't like talking about it. You know, they don't like talking about it. You have a new thing going. It's called... Thank you. Thank you. You hear that, Ben Carson? You hear that, Ben? I'll tell you. Nobody's ever heard that before politically. Maybe for Ben Carson. I don't know. Maybe. I love Ben Carson. Thank you, Ben and Candy. Thank you. Thank you, Candy. Joe Biden is promising a long, dark, painful winter. Did you see him at the debate? Did anybody see the debate by any chance? No, he said long, dark winter. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. That's just what our country needs, is a long, dark winter and a leader that talks about it. You know, I didn't have the privilege of going to my basement in the White House. I didn't have the privilege of going to a beautiful room on the second or third floor and staying there for a year and a half because I'm president of the United States. So I didn't have that. I had to do my job. And I said, you know, I could catch this thing, and if I do, I do. And I'm going to get better fast. I didn't know I was going to get better that fast. That was pretty good. I was like in and out, and, you know, I had a dose. I wasn't feeling great, but I got better. And it used to be that say you have lifetime immunity, right? You're immune. Now it's different. Because it's me, they say I'm good for 4 months, okay? They brought it down from lifetime to 4 months, but that's okay. I'll take it. But you know what? You have to do your job. You have to get back. You have to open up your states, right? You have to open up your states. We got to get our governor to open up our state here, don't we? You know? Oh, don't worry. On November 4th, they'll announce all these states, all these Democrat-run states will be open. Not me. Not me. Not me, see? They blame me every time that happens. Every time I mention her name, crooked Hillary's name, Joe Biden's name, frankly. And where's Hunter? Where's Hunter? There's Hunter right there. He's out by the truck. He's looking to make a couple of bucks, Hunter. Hunter's done very well for an unemployed person, right, for years. For years unemployed, and then he hit pay dirt. His father became vice president. And Joe hit pay dirt, too. That's part of the problem. I'm delivering the great American comeback. That's what we're doing. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world. Best unemployment numbers, best everything. We had 160 million people employed. We were never even close to that number. And then one day, we saved 2 million lives. We had to close it up. How about that decision? How horrible to have to make it. We understood the disease. We learned the disease. We have to protect our seniors, especially if they have problems with the heart or diabetes. We opened it up, and now we're at a level. I used to talk about the V. This is a super V. This is the biggest number, 33.1, and the news doesn't want to talk about it because it's positive. They only want to talk about negative when it comes to us. But 33.1, the biggest number in our country's history by like double, but it's much more than double. And you'd have to go back to 1952 to get anywhere close. But close, you know what close is? About a 17-point spread. This election is a matter of economic survival for Michigan because Joe Biden, look at what they did during their 8 years. And, you know, I said during the debate, 91-9, 91. You know what that means? That was a poll. How did Trump do in the debate? 91% for Trump. Nine sisters. Look at these beautiful sisters, huh? They like Trump, but I like them. They even have a Trump flag. Look at that Trump flag. That's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And you know, we're working very hard with Little Sisters of the Poor, right? You know about that. Your friends. That's great. That's great. It's great to have you. Thank you very much. Joe Biden is going to lock down your state, wipe out your factories, ship out your jobs, bring things to China, whatever they can, punish your family with $1 trillion. Think of this. $1 trillion times 4, $4 trillion tax hike. We gave you the biggest tax reduction in the history of our country. That's the good news. The bad news is he wants to give you the biggest tax hike in the history of our country. He wants to eliminate private health care. We have 180 million people have private health care. They've fought for it all their lives. They have great, great health care. He wants to end it, and it's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. And send your state into a very deep recession. But see, I think it's worse. I think it's depression. I just hate to use the D word. Let me just tell you something. how good have I done in bringing car companies here to Michigan? You went 42 years without a car plant. You were losing all your plants. 12 years ago, I was named Man of the Year of Michigan. Can you believe it? Long before I thought about it. And I got up and I made a speech. I said, you're losing all your car business. Somebody gave me a list. You lost 32% of your car business to Mexico and other places. And now we're bringing it all back. You have many, many factories now under construction, expansions of existing. You haven't had that ever. And then Biden, and remember this, I only ran because of Biden and Obama. If they did a good job, I wouldn't have run. And I guess I wouldn't have won either, but I wouldn't have run. They did a lousy job. I watch them now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Why the hell didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it? Sleepy Joe, and that was when he was a little bit better, a little bit more awake. He's going to do what he hasn't done in 47 years. I'm going to do. That was so easy, that debate, because it hit me. I am going to do this, and I just kept saying, Joe, why didn't you do it? You know. And it was 3.5 years ago. It wasn't like a long time. It was 3.5 years ago. Biden has vowed to abolish the entire U.S. energy industry, right? No fracking. Guy went for 1.5 years. No fracking, no fracking, no fracking. Then he goes to Pennsylvania. Of course we're going to frack. And the press, the fake news never asks about it. No energy. And you're going to have gas prices. This is not great for selling your beautiful cars. Gas prices of $6 and $7. Right now, it's nice to be under $2, isn't it? You never thought you'd see that. You never thought you'd see that. Biden's running mate America's most liberal senator. She makes Bernie look like a conservative. Crazy Bernie is like a conservative compared to her. She even Kamala. You have to pronounce it exactly right, otherwise she gets very upset, even though she can't pronounce it right. You saw that the other day. I think that was on the great Laura Ingraham show. Actually, I watched that. And I do believe Laura Ingraham is here someplace. Where is Laura? Where is she? Where is Laura? I can't recognize you. Is that a mask? No way. Are you wearing a mask? I've never seen her in a mask. Look at you. Whoa, she's being very politically correct. Whoa. Whoa, I've never seen. Laura Ingraham, she's fantastic. Thank you, Laura. Ah, yes, I've never seen that before. But even sponsored the ruinous Green New Deal. How about that? Knowing nothing about the environment. It'll cost $100 trillion. You know what $100 trillion? Let me put it this way. You could take all the countries in the world that can't afford it. While I'm president, America will proudly remain energy independent. You know, we're independent now. We don't need to be going all over the world. We don't need to be going all over the world. Biden will eradicate the economy. I will eradicate the virus and make the economy better than it's ever been. That's where we were. Now we're doing it again. And let's face it, he's shot. Do you agree with that? I can say. I'm not a fan of his, never was. He was never known as the smart one in the Senate. He was a touchy-feely guy, little personality, he had a good personality. Now the personality's gone and a lot of other things are gone. He'll deliver poverty, misery, depression. I will deliver jobs, 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 good ones too. Yesterday it was announced that last quarter, when our economy, when this was announced, it was a tremendous announcement. The problem with it was that we didn't get the kind of coverage that we should have. So in the history, think of it, in the history of our country, GDP went up to 33.1, right? In the history, and it was hardly mentioned. It's amazing. And a friend of mine, very smart, said to me, oh, they won't talk about it. It's never been done before, right? They won't talk about it because they don't want you to win. Because they're sick and they're corrupt. They don't want you to win. In the last 5 months, we've created a record 11.4 million jobs, the most jobs in this short period of time ever created. And we also built the greatest economy in history. And now we're doing it again. See all those hats? Make America great again, again. Make America great again, again. But if Biden wins, the recovery will end and a long economic nightmare, just like he said on the debate. Gonna have a dark winter. That was really depressing. It was even depressing, even though he did so badly in the debate, I was depressed because I said, it's such a depressing thing he said. I like the last statement though best, right? Wasn't that the best? We said, that means you don't want oil. Yes, we are going to get off oil. I said, this is like, I felt like Perry Mason. You know, it's always that last question. It's always the last question. And they go, yes, I'm guilty, I'm guilty. And then they end the show and they go to a commercial. I said, this is the biggest thing that happened tonight. And even Kristen Welker, who I thought did a fair job, okay? I really did. I thought she did. A lot of people thought she was much tougher than me, but that we expect, okay? But I mean, and she looked at him, she goes, because she's on his side, not his side, she's on the Democrat radical left side, but she still did a relatively fair job. She said, why did you say that? It's like, why the hell did you say that? What the hell is wrong? I'm protecting you all night. And now you end the debate. Can we keep it going for another 20 minutes? No, I didn't want to do that. Joe Biden spent the last 47 years outsourcing your jobs, opening your borders. He wants open borders. You don't have borders. You don't have a country. And sacrificing American blood and treasure in endless foreign wars. We're bringing them all back home. Many of them home. Very, very few left. We're bringing them home. Got to fight the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower would talk about it all the time. The military-industrial complex. They don't like them coming home, but they've been brought home. And Afghanistan, 19 years I think is long enough, but we're serving as policemen, right? Got the greatest soldiers in the world. We're serving as policemen. No, they have to have their own policemen. We have our own policemen. They're the greatest people we have, right? The greatest. He's a diehard globalist who cares nothing for the working people. He's never cared for the working people. China's been ripping you off for years. Now you know why. He gets paid by China. He repeatedly tried to cut Medicare and Social Security over the years. Biden was a cheerleader for NAFTA, sending your auto jobs all over the place, but in particular to Mexico. Mexico's a big auto monster right now. USMCA, we did such a good job on that one. He voted for China's entry into the World Trade Organization, one of the worst things that ever happened to our country. The best thing that ever happened to China. They were flatlined, and then they joined, and they went like a rocket ship. Thank you very much, Joe. Great job you did, Joe. Gutting your industries to finance China's rise. You see it, all the empty, they still have empty buildings around from your state in particular. Half of all of Michigan auto manufacturing jobs were eliminated. Think of it. You lost 50% of your jobs because of these guys. It's him and his group. And then he says, oh, we're going to do this. He'll come and say, oh, yes, we did this. He did nothing. He destroyed your industry, but I brought it back, and you were doing great. And now, amazingly, and I still haven't figured this one, auto production's much higher than it was before the pandemic. Could somebody in the auto business please explain that one to me? Because I'm taking full credit for it, but even I don't get that one. I think you're at 130%. You're at 130%. Look at that sea of people. I hope they can hear me all of it. And housing starts and housing sales. I mean, it's incredible. But the auto, it's like at a number that nobody can believe. You're doing good. In other words, you're all doing good, right? It's a pandemic and you're doing good. You got to get this governor, you got to get her to open. I am so tired of watching her husband go sailing. He wants to go sailing. He's saying, darling, open up this state. I want to go sailing. But he was doing it before. Unfortunately, he got caught. Remember, he got caught. His neighbors turned him in. Can you believe it? At every turn, I don't think she likes me too much. What do you think? Do you think she likes me? I don't think she likes me too much. And I've done a great job for her. You know what? On COVID, the China virus, I've done a phenomenal job for her. At every turn, Biden twisted the knife into the back of Michigan workers and workers all over the country. In 2016, Michigan voted to fire this corrupt political establishment, and you elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first. If that's okay. Is that okay? And if I don't sound like a typical Washington politician, it's because I'm not a politician. And if I don't always play by the rules of Washington and the Washington establishment, it's because I was elected to fight for you, and I fight harder than any president has ever fought for the great people of this country. And I'm not just running against sleepy Joe Biden. I'm running against the left-wing media, the big tech giants. You see how crooked they are. How crooked are they? They made a mistake, by not putting in. Here you have the biggest story there is, right? Corruption by Joe Biden. Forget about the son, by Joe Biden. But the son, the same thing. Look, even if Joe didn't get the 10% or the 50% that he was promised, listen to this. The son walks in, he had nothing, had no experience. He gets a job for $130,000 a month, right, on Burisma. And he gets a $3 million, they say a $3 million upfront payment. That sounds reasonable. Would anybody else take that job? A month. And he knew nothing about energy. Other than that, it sounded fine. Then he goes to China. He picks up $1.5 billion. He gets fees on that. That's millions of dollars a year. And then they give him $3.5 million from Moscow. The mayor of Moscow's wife gives him $3.5 million. You don't even hear about this because they refuse. In fact, they just turned the cameras off. They refuse. No. You see, you can't have a scandal if they don't report it. So the Times and the Washington Post and all of, the fake news CNN, look, they turned the cameras off. I knew that was. No, it's a terrible thing. They turn the damn cameras off when they do that. You know what happened? They go, we're here live at Joe Biden. He's doing a thing. There's nobody there. I'm looking. They're showing the sea of people, 25,000 people. They're showing it's like a sea. And the other one, they're looking, and there's like nobody there. But they've gone to that rally, and Fox has gone too. I don't know what the hell happened to Fox, right? What happened to Fox? Boy, oh boy. Well, we still have a few great ones at Fox. We still have a few great ones, but it's not like it used to be. Biden is the guy. It's one of the biggest differences between this campaign and the campaign from 4 years ago. We're doing better now than we ever did. There's more enthusiasm. The crowds are much bigger. There's more enthusiasm. But Fox is the big difference. Somewhere along the line, we lost Fox, and that's okay. That's all right, but that's a big difference. And the big techs, I'll tell you, the big techs are much worse. When I heard how bad they were, and I heard you can't win without them, they're so powerful, and then we won, I said, why are they powerful? Now they've gone totally nuts, okay? Mark Morgan, one of our top people on the border, we've had a great border, and he was showing how great the wall is. We're almost finished with the wall and how it's working. And he said the success, you probably heard this, he said the tremendous success that we've had, and all he's doing is, he's not talking as a politician. He's so proud of the job because people aren't getting into our country, murderers and rapists and all that. They're not coming into our country anymore. We're working very closely with Mexico. They have 27,000 troops on the border. And Mark Morgan is explaining how great this wall has been. It's going to be finished very soon. It's much sooner. Oh, they're going crazy because they never thought we'd get it built, right? That's why they don't talk about it anymore. They don't talk about the wall. They used to talk about it. Now they don't talk about it anymore. But Mark is talking about how incredible the border security. And they took down his tweet. And they wanted to close him up. All he's doing is saying, like, we're doing a good job. And he's not a politician. He's saying he's doing a good job. They took down his tweet, and they got the hell knocked out of him, and they put it back up, I understand. But this is really bad. And they don't do that to liberals. They don't do it to liberals. They don't ever do it. They don't touch them. It's very unfair, and a lot of things are happening. Biden is the candidate of anarchists and rioters and looters and gun grabbers, flag burners. We ought to put people in jail for a year when they burn our flag. What the hell is that all about? I see them burning the flag. They ought to have you burn the American flag, you go to jail for 1 year. Be amazing. It's like I signed the law. You knock down a statue or a monument, you go to jail for 10 years. It's amazing how that stopped. It's amazing how that stopped, isn't it? But it's the lobbyist special interests. I'm the candidate of police officers, the middle class, law-abiding, hard-working American patriots, and others. I mean, look, I think I'm the candidate of everybody. I think you got everybody here. I know a couple of rich people. Get them the hell out of here. We don't want them. This election will decide whether we restore the rule of a corrupt political class or whether we declare that in America we are still governed. We are the people. We govern. We govern. We're the boss. We're the people. My opponent supported the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership, would have destroyed your automobile business. And I ended it immediately. In fact, Crooked Hillary was in favor of it, and when she heard me speak about it, she immediately turned against it, but she would have done it. He supported the horrendous South Korea trade deal that was supposed to produce 250,000 jobs, and it did for South Korea. It wasn't so good for it. And I renegotiated it. We made it good. We made it good, and we kept the 25% chicken tax. You know about the chicken tax, right? That's on the small trucks, and you're doing well with small trucks. It's your best product, from a profitability standpoint. And it would have been a tremendous crushing blow to the auto workers. And I want to thank the auto workers because despite your leadership stinks. I'll tell you, all they want is their dues. Pay us dues. They want an increase in dues. They like their life. They like this. But you know, the workers, the auto workers, they support me like crazy. The Teamsters. You know, you have this guy, Hoffa. He calls up, can you help him with a trucking company? Some trucking company, big, beautiful company, great people, many, many thousands of employees. Can you help us with that? And I said, yeah, I can probably do it. I worked it out so the people didn't lose their jobs. It kept the company going. I was very proud of it. I thought it was great. Then I see he's endorsing Sleepy Joe Biden. Biden can't get arrested, okay? Although, actually, that's turning out to be true. He can't get arrested. We've got to think about that one. He's endorsing Joe Biden. But you know who's endorsing me? You know who likes me? The Teamsters like me, and everybody. All of the workers like me. Maybe he won't run. I don't think he'd win anyway if he ran. Biden even supported the outrageous fuel economy standards. You know that. That's where every little ounce they suck for half a glass of gasoline, which we have plenty of right now. We have so much we don't know what the hell to do with it, right? We had gasoline at one point selling for so little that if you took a barrel of gasoline, they gave you $36 with the barrel. It only lasted for 2 hours, but I was thinking about leaving government and going into that business. That's when the pandemic came in and all of a sudden people weren't driving cars, etc. Little things like that. But we have a lot of gasoline. We have a lot of energy. We have great energy. And we believe in all forms of energy. But when they want to turn off our great factories by doing what they're doing, with people like AOC plus 3 telling us how we're supposed to run our country. AOC plus 3, I don't think she ever went, she went to a college, right? Did she ever take an environmental course? All of a sudden she's saying no more cars, no more planes, no more flying. I reversed each and every one of those disasters. Now Biden wants to reinstitute. He wants to reinstitute. You know, it took 21 years, many highways and roadways, simple roadways would take 20 years to get permits. I have it down to 2 years. It's going to be 1 year. And they may get rejected for environmental reasons or safety reasons. But now we're building roads. We're doing things that we could never have done before. A vote for Biden is a vote to extinguish, demolish, and wipe out Michigan's auto industry and many of your other industries. Many of your other industries. A vote for me is to keep and create auto jobs and all sorts of jobs in Michigan where they belong. I ended the NAFTA nightmare and replaced it with the brand new USMCA. Just kicked in. You know how I know it's good? Because Mexico and Canada aren't so happy. They said, couldn't we keep NAFTA? I said, no. They said, well, we want to. We demand it. I said, okay, that's okay. We're going to put a 25% tariff on every car you send in. They said, like I said, wouldn't we like to see the USMCA done? No, I said to them, If you want to keep it, you can, but I'm going to tariff the cars that come into this country. So we made a great deal. We made a deal that's good for Michigan and good for everybody. Just kicked in. Great for the farmers. It'll bring tens of thousands of new jobs to Michigan. It'll bring hundreds of thousands of new jobs to our country. And we won't be ripped off like we were. And it's a big disincentive for a company to go and close up their doors and move to Mexico, move to Canada. Now, if you do that, there's a big price to pay. It's probably the primary reason I ran, if you want to know. I ran for a lot of reasons. I ran because the last administration was no good, period. I say it all the time, Joe, I wouldn't have run if it wasn't for you. You guys were so bad, I ran. When GM went bankrupt, Biden and Obama threw the workers at Delphi Corporation. Any Delphi people here? Are you Delphi? Where's Delphi? Oh, I tell you, I guarantee you they're voting for Trump, right? They threw these people under the bus, and days ago I signed an order to restore the pensions and all of the other things for workers, not only Delphi, in Wisconsin, Ohio, and Michigan, who were treated very unfairly, right? Good. I figured if we had none here, I would have just said the hell with it, you know. That's good. All right, you're going to be taken care of. They were promised by Obama. They were promised by Biden, actually. But then Biden realized he didn't understand the deal. He wasn't smart. He tried. Joe tried. He's having a hard time. All right? I'll tell you, I see these people and the level of viciousness. You see this character in 60 Minutes screaming. Savannah Guthrie screaming. All of them screaming. And then I see Sleepy Joe walk out. What flavor ice cream is it? He looks down. He actually had a hard time with that question. I said, they don't ask me questions like that. They don't do it. How about when they give him the questions? That's worse. When he reads them off, they give him a question. This is the people I deal with all the time. They're crazy maniacs. I deal with them all the time. They ask me things that are just terrible. And I've been doing this for a long time. They ask me very, very dangerous, horrible questions. And with him, it's like they give him the questions in advance, and he puts it on a teleprompter, just like that. They give him a question, then he goes, could you move that a little closer? And when I see that, I said, that means that he has the questions. Not since the Hillary Clinton scandal when she got, remember? Who now, that wonderful person that did it, Donna Brazile, is now working for Fox. So that was a great hire. That was a great hire. Let's hire Donna Brazile, who got fired by CNN and gets hired by Fox. What's that all about? Do you think there's some changes going on at Fox? I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. Let's hire the person that cheated with Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden is a corrupt politician. The Biden family is looking more and more like a crime family. And they don't want to. It's called the laptop from hell. The laptop from hell. They took millions of dollars from the Chinese communists while Vice President Biden shipped Michigan jobs to China. How the hell can you have somebody fighting for you against China and he's getting money? Him and his family are getting millions and millions of dollars from China. And yesterday, press reports, I don't know about this, but press reports came out yesterday, said the Biden family is under FBI investigation for a long time for money laundering. For money laundering. If Biden wins, China wins. Now, how do you have it where they're getting millions and millions of dollars from communist China, and then he's going to be your president, and he's going to make a deal like I do? I've taken what I've done. Nobody has done what I've done, including to your steel, where they were dumping steel, and I charged them a tariff of 25%, and our steel companies came back. And the 25% was just the beginning. But our steel companies come back. I mean, they all came back. When we win, Michigan wins. When we win, America wins. And that's what I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. I had a very good life before this. People think this is easy. You make a telephone call, and these really dishonest people, they impeach you on a perfect call. How you doing? Congratulations on your win, a man I never even spoke to. I'd like to congratulate you on your win. He just became the president of Ukraine. Let's impeach him for that. These people are sick. But you know, the Republicans stuck together, 197 to nothing in Congress. And 52 and a half to a half. Does anybody know who the half was yet? Biden didn't know, remember? He said, the man from Utah, what's his name? He didn't know. He didn't know. He forgot the name of the man. He's only worked with him for about 35 years. Something going on up there. He won't be there long. He's not going to be there at all because our country will be destroyed. Honestly, we can't play games. We can't play games. You can't put, you know, we have the potential. We have more potential as a country than we've ever had. We can't have a guy like this in there. The guy doesn't have a clue. He doesn't, and they'll say things that are unbelievable. He'll say things about me. They do an ad about me that is so false, and you can't do a thing about it. And we put them in notice. We said it was false. It was all false. We put them a very strong legal notice. They keep it going. You know, they figure, what the hell, the thing's over within 5 days. Why should we change it? These are bad. I'm telling you, those are bad people. That's why I say, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. But here's the difference is this is the truth. He's shot, okay? He's shot. Just like, and it's not because of his age, because at 78 or whatever it is. I know a lot of people that are 85. I know a person 92. Bernie Marcus, 92, Home Depot. He's like, perfect. I think in fact, I told him, I think he's sharper now than he was 25 years ago, if you want to know. No, it's not the age. You know, they say age, it's not the age. A lot of people in their 80s, even their 90s, they're shot. This guy is mentally shot. One of the biggest issues for Michigan, other than that, let's keep it going, is this election is, and you know what, one of you very big is the whole refugee situation, right? I know it's a big deal here. To protect our national security earlier this week, I suspended the entry of refugees from foreign nations compromised by terrorism. So you saw what's going on in France, right? You saw that? And they had another big attack last night, a really bad one. We are keeping, if it's okay with you, if it's okay with the people of, the great people of Michigan, you got to give me approval. We are keeping radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. I remember I was in the campaign and I'm running against this guy named Ben Carson. And he was tough. He was tough. No, he was tough. And he made a statement somewhat similar to that. And everybody said, oh, he's going to have to leave the campaign. I said, no, he's not. His poll numbers just went way up, I'll bet. Next day, what did they go up? Bet like 7, 8, 9 points. I said, see? Then I had to start really worrying about this guy. He went up. Everyone said you had to leave, right, Candy? He has to leave the campaign. I said, no, it's actually going to be good for him. We don't want to be used. We don't want to be taken advantage of. And I got past a ban. It's a ban on people coming in from certain countries that are horrible countries where they hate us and the people hate us, right? You know, and one of the reasons we're going to go, I'm going there later, we have a governor and an attorney general. We have 25,000 people want to go in Minnesota, right? One of the reasons we're going to win, and they want us to have 250 people. That's a slight difference. We have 25,000 people, but they have a rule you can't have more than 250 people for a political event. So they're scamming us. So you know what? That maybe will give us the final victory. We haven't won Minnesota since 1972. Okay, that's a long time, which would tell you the odds. You know, that's not good odds. But we're very popular because I helped with that disaster in Minneapolis. Like we got the guys in there, and what did it take? About 25 minutes. It was over. They should have called a long time before. They went through 2 weeks of hell, and that's what we do. The federal government is always prepared to come in. If you had problems, the federal government is always prepared to come in. We will extinguish those problems very, very quickly. But when you look, and we'll always come in, and some people say it's not politically correct to say that. Yeah, it's politically correct. I thought it was a beautiful sight. They lined up. This is after a week and a half of terror. Remember, you had that idiot anchor from CNN stand. This has been a friendly protest. And over his shoulder, it looked like Berlin in its worst day. during the war. The worst day they ever had. But no, they told us we can only have 250 people, so they thought I'd cancel. Oh, this is really great. Trump will cancel. No, I'm going to go, and I'll have 250. That's like the first row. I'll have 250 people, and they'll have a lot of people outside, but I don't want them to stand outside. It's colder there than it is now. But it's very cold and very horrible because the President of the United States is going to Minnesota to talk to people, and they're suppressing it. And they think that's good, but I don't. That shows weak leadership by the governor and very unfair leadership by the Attorney General. One thing I'll say about that Attorney General, I have to say this. He was like the first one, he and a couple of people, he was sitting down being interviewed by George Stephanopoulos or somebody. And he said, no, but he was like a vice chairman of the Democrat Party, and you know who I'm talking about. And he said, Trump is going to win. This was like right after I came down the escalator with our future First Lady, right? That beautiful trip. No. And he said, Trump is going to win. No, you're kidding. Why? No, Trump is going to win. So I realized then he's a very smart person. Okay. He turned out to be right about that one, didn't he, Nigel, the great Nigel? We're working to help the Chaldean Christian community also, by the way. We're working to help them. We're working to help them. They've been, are you Chaldean? Oh, wow. Good. Oh, good. All right, no, we're working to help. We're going to help. We're going to help. You know, you've only been working on it for 25 years. Just like I did with Israel and so many other things. These guys, they talk, nothing ever gets done. Chaldean American. What are you going to show me there? You opened your jacket. Look at this. Oh. Now I like the Chaldeans even more. Oh, that's good. No, they have great, you know what? They have great support. They have great support. They have great support. Good. Thank you very much. They do have great support. But hey, look, it's a wildlife. Biden has pledged a staggering 700. This is with Bernie Sanders and the manifesto, we call it. You know, that's the deal with Bernie, crazy Bernie. And I mean, he lost twice now. The guy's the greatest loser I've ever seen. No, he loses. He doesn't even complain about it. Just goes back into Congress. He votes. He votes, holds up his hand, radical, anything radical. A guy, I've never seen a guy like that. He get treated very badly by the Democrats with Hillary. Then he runs again. Is Bernie Sanders going to run again in 4 years? Does anybody? I don't know. He's all right. I'll tell you one thing. He fights like hell, right? Who would have been easier, him or Sleepy Joe? I don't know. No, he has a smaller base, but they have energy. Joe has a bigger base, but there is zero energy, right? Now, we have a really big base, and we have more energy than anybody. Right? A 700% increase in refugees from the most dangerous terrorist spots anywhere in the world, including Syria, Somalia, where Omar, that's the other reason I'm going to win. Omar. Ilhan Omar, she loves our country very much. And Yemen, right? Now she's going to help me win. She's going to protest when I go up there, and I'll say thank you very much. Every time you protest, it's got to add about 25% of the vote. The Biden plan, she's telling us how to run our country, and she doesn't love our country. That I can tell you. The Biden plan will turn Michigan into a refugee camp. If you look at what they want to do, this is agreed to with Bernie Sanders and that group, a 700% increase. A lot of you people are saying, no, thank you. He has also vowed to terminate our national security travel bans, allowing unlimited migration from deadly war zones and terrorist havens. You're all sitting here saying, you know, I think I'm changing my vote. I think we'll go with Trump. That I even have to do this. You know, I will say this, and it's terrible, but, you know, before this COVID, there's about 24 names, right? I could China plague, China virus, but we have about 24. Let's just call it the China virus. Before the China virus came, we were going to have the easiest campaign in history. I was up so much. Now I got to work, right? I have to work. And that's okay. Actually, I think people respect it even more. They respect it even more. No, but it has. It's affected, it's affected politics and leadership all over the world. I mean, people that were very popular all over, because it's a pale. But we've handled it well. Our people have done an incredible job. Our generals, I mean, look at the vaccines. Look at me. I go in, sister, I wasn't feeling too good. And they gave me something called Regeneron. The next morning, sister, I woke up, and it was like God touched my shoulder. Right? I said, Mom, let me at him. I said, give me a trade deal for Michigan. I want to go and renegotiate a trade deal. No, what they've done is incredible in a short period of time, 6 months. I mean, they never even heard of this drug. And now Eli Lilly's also doing something similar. We have things coming out that are amazing. And even the Times wrote today, people are getting better. People are getting better because of what's happening. And for the Times to write that, that's a very, very hard thing for them to write. You would have thought they would have waited a few days, actually. Let's wait. Let's put out that story on the 4th of November. And that's everything's COVID, COVID, COVID. You know that. You turn on the news, COVID, 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 COVID. And, cases are up. Why are cases up? Because we test more than anybody in history. I mean, we have tests on top of tests. We'd like another test. We got 19 different versions. And we test much more than India. They have 1.5 billion people. And many countries don't test at all. Many countries don't test at all. But we test more. But deaths are way down. And where people are getting better. But I'm an example of it. My wife is an example of it. First lady. And Barron Trump, young, very young, 14. He's my very tall 14-year-old boy. He's tall. He's a tall guy, but he's a strong guy. And, he tested positive. The doctor said, sir, Barron has tested positive. The doctor's here, Sean, great doctor. He said, he's tested positive. I said, positive for what? He said, COVID. I said, oh, that's terrible. He said, no, he'll be okay. Like 15 minutes later, how's Barron doing, Doc? Oh, it's okay. He's fine now. No, they have strong immune system. Now they'll say, he exaggerated the time. Oh, they're so sick. They're so sick. You know what I said? I got myself into trouble with that also. Great gentleman from England. I said that refugees are coming in and they're promising more than they give our citizens. They said, we're going to give you health care. We're going to give you a free education. And every refugee that comes in will get a free Rolls Royce. And CNN went crazy. They said, President Trump lied. They're not getting a Rolls Royce. It's true. They took it very seriously. You can't be sarcastic. You can't have a little bit of fun. Because if you do, you look very bad. No, they said, it's not true about the Rolls Royce, but at 800,000 a pop, I would say probably not. They took it, CNN took that very seriously. Joe Biden's plan will delay the vaccine, postpone therapies, crash the economy, and shut down our entire country. Under the Biden lockdown, countless Americans will die from suicide, drug overdose, deferred medical care. So many things happen, abuse. I mean, what's happening? There will be no school, no graduations, no weddings, no Thanksgivings, no Christmas. No 4th of July. There'll be no nothing. There'll be no future. Other than that, it's quite a good plan, I think. Biden doesn't have a clue. Look, the cure cannot be worse than the problem itself. Always remember. Biden wants to keep everyone locked up, even young Americans who are at extremely low risk from the virus. He wants to steal the dreams and the futures of our youngest citizens. And when a child loses a year of his life because he's locked in, and one thing we have found, there are a lot of telehealth has been great and a lot of but when you're looking at a laptop, it's not nearly as good as sitting in a classroom. That has been determined. It's not good. It's not the same. And we're keeping these kids away from school, and that's something. I mean, it's great in some instances, and telehealth is one of them. But when it comes to school, we've learned very strongly it's not the same, which is why I'm going to win. We're going to win with a record number. I think there's a vote out there that is incredible. Let me ask you a question. Who has voted by ballot or who has voted so far? Okay. Who is going to vote on Tuesday? Yeah. It's a funny thing. You know, we tell our people go out and vote. We're not big into the ballot world. We sort of don't like it, okay? You know, because too many tricks get played. Like they find Trump ballots in a waste paper basket. They find them in dumpsters. They found some in the river. It was lovely. Look, all those ballots. Oh, they happen to be Trump ballots. No, they're finding them all over the place. 500 incorrect applications get sent to Virginia. The beauty was they sent many ballots to a certain state. They were only defective in one way. They didn't have the name Trump on it. In other words, if you wanted to vote for Trump, what do? I guess you're supposed to write it out. Then they'll say, you can't do that. No, it's a crooked deal. It's a crooked deal. It's a very sad thing. We like going to vote. And the other thing, funny, they don't want to vote. I could say go to vote on Saturday or on Sunday or Monday. They really want to vote on Election Day. And I like it. And we are going to have a red wave, the likes of which has never been seen. And let me give the Democrats the bad news. Their vote is under what they thought they needed. Yeah. Thank you. But their votes are under. You know, they're not performing like they should. They'll probably draw up some of the ballots and sign them real quick. I could just see the governor of Nevada. I'm sure I'd never do this, but get me some ballots. We're losing here. Because, you know, they don't want to have any signature verification in Nevada. They don't want, the governor, he was a political guy. He ran the political club. So, you know, he's a beauty. So they don't want to have any verification of a signature. So if they're losing, they'll say, get me some ballots real quick. I'll sign them myself. No. I went to vote. I voted, and I went into a place in Palm Beach, and I said, boy, this is so... The woman said, sir, may I please see your identification? I said, sure. But I wanted that. You know, I mean, I wanted... So I took out a passport. Sir, do you have any other form of identification? I said, are you serious? I said, no, but I did. I gave her something else. And I sat and I filled out the form. I mean, there was no way you could cheat. There was no way. I mean, it was really good. It was really professional. And other people, they come in. It was so nice. And we should have voter ID, by the way, voter ID, the whole country. And thanks to our relentless efforts, only 3% of ER visits nationwide, right, are related to the virus. So 3% of hospital rooms, emergency rooms, 3% are related right now, exactly, just came out last night, 3% to the virus. A lot of people, you know, you read about cases, but now they're young people, they're college students, they're younger than college students, but they love the word case because cases have gone up. They don't say that it's a, 14-year-old kid or that it's a 20-year-old student or, I mean, you go under 70 and you go under certain ages and it's 99.9%. They're just, it's a whole different thing, but they don't like to talk. But I see it's always, cases are up and people go crazy, No, it's, you live with it and you have, and you know what to do. We understand it now. You got to understand it. But we're making that beautiful turn and the vaccines are coming. Due to our groundbreaking therapies, the fatality rate is down 85%. Think of that. And our excess mortality rate is 42% lower than Europe. They kept saying, Germany. Yeah. First of all, they have different ways of counting. In Germany, if you have a bad heart and you're ready to die, or if you have cancer and you're going to be dying soon, and you catch COVID, that happens, we mark it down to COVID. Our doctors get more money if somebody dies from COVID. You know that, right? I mean, our doctors are very smart people. So what they do is they say, I'm sorry, but, everybody dies of COVID. But in Germany and other places, if you have a heart attack or if you have cancer, you're terminally ill, you catch COVID, they say you died of cancer. You died of heart attack. With us, when in doubt, choose COVID. It's true. No, it's true. Now they'll say, oh, it's terrible what he said, but that's true. It's like $2,000 more. So you get more money. This could only happen to us, where cases are now surging. And despite, if you look at Europe, they're surging despite these draconian lockdowns. They have it locked down and they're surging. So what happens is you get it, you're going to get, if you get it, stay away. If you get it, you're going to get better. And then you're going to be immune, and it's a whole thing, and it goes away. But the vaccines will help. But don't take my word for it, because we have a video, and I wanted to show you a little video. We only do this to people we really like, because this thing costs a lot of money. So we have a very little and very quick video, but it's very descriptive, and it talks a little bit about Sleepy Joe. Okay.
Fact is, every time I've called the president, he's quickly gotten on the line. When we asked to get support for that Mercy ship in Southern California, he was able to direct that in real time.
What the federal government did, working with states, was a phenomenal accomplishment.
We got 2,000 of these field medical sites that are up, almost all operational now in the state because of his support. And those are the facts.
His team has been on it. I know a team when they're on it, and I know a team when they're not on it. His team is on it. They've been responsive late at night, early in the morning.
We are working very well with FEMA Region 2 and with the Army Corps of Engineers, building 4 field hospitals. That was a decision the president himself took, and I'm grateful for it.
These were just extraordinary efforts and acts of mobilization. And the federal government stepped up. We needed help, and they were there.
He said everything that I could have hoped for. And we had a very long conversation. And every single thing he said, they followed through on.
We've got to have double the number of ventilators that we requested for that area of the state. And in fact, we got them in, frankly, short order.
Have we lost anyone because we didn't have a bed, or we didn't have a ventilator, or we didn't have healthcare staff? No.
The president was extending support for new swabs. So conversation, commitment, promise made, promise kept.
My problem is I voted for NAFTA. I'm supporting NAFTA because I think it is a positive thing to do. And I do not pretend to be an expert on international trade matters.
Trade agreements like NAFTA and permanent normal trade relations with China, which forced American workers to compete against people who are making pennies an hour, has resulted in the loss of 160,000 jobs.
The president is absolutely right when he says that China has been cheating for 25 years and that Bill Clinton didn't do enough about it, George W. Bush didn't do enough about it, Barack Obama didn't do enough about it.
Rising China is an incredibly positive development for not only China, but the United States and the rest of the world. Rising China is a positive development. It is in our self-interest that China continue to prosper. We want to see China rise. China is a great nation, and we should hope for the continued expansion.
China is not our enemy.
We talk about China as our competitor. We should be helping. The idea that China is going to eat our lunch is bizarre. The idea that they are our competition, they're going to beat us, is bizarre. They're not bad folks. China's not a problem.
Allowing China into the World Trade Organization, which he supported, extending most favored nation status to China, which he supported, those steps allowed China to take advantage of the United States by using our own open trade deals against us.
No.
Do you think in retrospect that you were naive about China?
No.
But doesn't he deserve some credit for that? It's better. The USMCA is better than NAFTA.
It is better than NAFTA.
Now, to be fair, maybe Biden's not telling us because he's forgotten his own plans. Watch Biden's staff quickly swoop in to shuffle him along during a quickie escape the basement trip to Pennsylvania.
Here's the deal. One of the things that is important is that keep in mind, although they're going to vote on Barrett, I think today.
That was terrifying.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George Georgia, he's going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world.
I don't know what to tell you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But that says it all. That's easier than talking for a half hour. It says it all. Has no clue where he is. We're joined by some incredible people and warriors. Ben Carson and his incredible wife, Candy Carson. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ben. Great job he does. What a great man. Congressional candidates. I hear he's hot. I hear he's doing great. Paul Young. Paul? That's great, Paul. I hear it's going good. You're winning, huh? I'm hearing good things. You're going to win. And Eric Izaki. Eric. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. Good luck, Eric. Heard you're doing really. We need these two guys. Please vote for them. And Michigan GOP Chair Lara Cox. Thank you. Are we winning, Lara? I see we're up. We're just up in the poll by 3 points. Good. So carry it in. I mean, 3 points. How the hell you beat this guy by 3 points? Is that a win? I don't know. Hey, if it's one vote, we'll take it, right? We got to win. We got to win. Michigan is very important. Michigan, it's very important for Michigan that we win. For 47 years, Joe Biden betrayed the African-American community. Biden devastated black families with his disastrous 1994 crime bill. That came up very much in the debate. He called young black men super predators, and he did it all the time. I gave former prisoners a second chance by signing our landmark criminal justice reform that Biden couldn't do and Obama couldn't do. Joe Biden flooded black neighborhoods with illegal foreign labor, and I'm providing black neighborhoods with billions of dollars and thanks with our opportunity zones, which have turned out to be incredible. Tim Scott. Opportunity zones have been incredible, what they've done for communities and for Hispanic, black workers. Under our Platinum Plan, we'll create 3 million new jobs for black Americans, restore safety to every neighborhood, and we'll deliver school choice to every parent in America. Right? Good. And in conclusion, I just want to say it's been an honor to be with you. This is incredible. It's cold out here. It's cold. I'd say it's a little cold. But over the years and over the next 4 years, we will make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we will end the reliance on China once and for all. That's already started. We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we will ban deadly sanctuary cities. We will end the big tech monopoly and restore freedom of speech. We will defend religious liberty, the right to life, and the right to keep and bear arms. We will maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we will ensure peace through strength. We will end surprise medical billing, require price transparency, lower drug prices even more. We have done something nobody's done. 52 years. Last year, drug prices went down, but now they're going to go down at a very high rate because we're doing favored nations. The drug companies don't like me too much, I will tell you. We will protect Social Security and Medicare, and we will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars. We will stop the radical indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. And we will live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God we trust." For years, you had a president who apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the great people of Michigan. See, now, a lot of times Biden would say, standing up for the great people of Ohio. No, it's Michigan. No. That's happened 7 times. Can't do that. You can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. We did not come this far and fight this hard only to surrender our country back to the Washington swamp. So get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, and get out to vote. Get out to vote. Got to do it. Got a big day, Tuesday. Don't even do it on Monday. My people said, oh, let them go Monday, Sunday. Don't worry about it. Just do it like you like to do it. Just do it. Tuesday's good. On November 3rd, we must finish the job and drain the swamp once and for all. Nobody ever said it was going to be that deep. Nobody ever said it was going to be that deep and that vicious, but we're knocking the hell out of them. They don't know what the hell is going on, they're saying. It's been tough for them, too. They never had a thing like this. From Midland to Mackinac, from Lansing to Grand Rapids, and from Battle Creek to right here in Waterford Township. Nice. We inherit the legacy of Michigan patriots who gave their blood, sweat, and tears for this beloved nation. This is the state where Henry Ford invented the assembly line. Think of that. It's the place where General Motors, Chrysler, and Kellogg revolutionized entire industries. What a state. Michigan gave us Motown, the Mustang, and the unrivaled might of the American Midwest. We made America into the single greatest nation in the history of the world, and the best is yet to come. Proud citizens like you helped build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. It's what I said I was going to do. With your help, your devotion, your drive, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Michigan, we have made America powerful again. We have made America wealthy again. We have made America strong again. We have made America proud again. We have made America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Michigan. Go out and vote. Thank you.
All right, President Trump finished now with his first stop of the day. He will now head to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we have a crew standing by there for live coverage. We also have a crew in Rochester, Minnesota, where the final rally of this triple header will take place tonight. Actually, it's a peaceful protest, they're calling it. I won't talk long. I'll let you hear the president as he walks off the stage. I know everybody likes the YMCA, but please keep us in your prayers, because we are very, very we have a huge challenge in front of us. There have been 11 new rallies announced, so we have 14 rallies to do in the next 4 days, and I'm going to be working around the clock, and I literally mean around the clock, to make it happen. So thank you. If you'd like to help us get there, we depend on you. So rsbnetwork.com/donate is the best way to do it. We'll take you live to Green Bay in just a second, but now back to the scene in Waterford Township, Michigan.
Thank you so much for watching. President Trump gave a glorious speech here in Waterford, Michigan. And I just want to quickly give a shout out to our fellow patriots who have sent us emails here. Marian Kathleen Norris says, thank you for reporting the real news, praying for your staff and our amazing POTUS. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Gloria Turk says, thank you for covering President Trump's rallies. I watch you every day. Trump 2020. Carol Say says, save America and vote for Trump. Elaine Wise says, God bless your important work, RSBN. God bless our president. Lynn Dan says, thanks, RSBN, for what you are doing and showing the real story. President Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Veronica Granado says, SoCal Latinos for Trump. Yes, my family of 4 dropped off our mail-in ballots for Trump to the Riverside County Registrar of Voters last night. God bless you guys. Keep warm. Thank you all for your warm wishes and your messages. Kathy Brilliant says, please try to get President Trump to come to California. We're on our way to going red. Thanks to your whole crew. God bless you all. And lastly, we have Skip R says, I'm a 90-year-old U.S. Air Force veteran, served in Korea, and I'm proud to donate to RSBN and to Donald J. Trump. Thank you for your service. Thank you to all of our viewers and all of our supporters. And I'm going to hand it to Tom real quick to remind you about our partner of the day. You all rock. We love you so much. Tom, let us know.
Thank you, Lila. Great job. Our partner today was itargetpro.com. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. When the government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. But most of us don't have time to consistently train, plus ammo is very expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using the proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today you can save 10% off, plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10. This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. That's why, that's the letter itargetpro.com, itargetpro.com, offer, and don't forget to use offer code SAVE10. So we want to thank itargetpro.com for being a partner with us today here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. President Trump delivering for the great state of Michigan, saying that when we win, America wins, and when Michigan wins, America wins. Asking for 4 more years from the great patriots here in the state of Michigan. We need you, Michigan, to come through for President Donald J. Trump. This is a re-election campaign only 4 days away. I want to thank you for joining us, for watching with us. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and there you can find all the links for our network. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram at RSB Network.
Yes, sir.
And
if you know if you're going to any rallies. Tom, did you let them know any of the rallies that are coming up?
Yes, we have our second rally is coming up right here, scheduled for 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brian Glenn is standing by with Zoe, and then tonight at 6 p.m. we have our third rally of the day from Rochester, Minnesota. Mike Nificent and Brick Suit and Chismaga will be there for you, bringing all the action.
And we've got 6 p.m. tonight at Rochester in Minnesota. Yes. Tomorrow, Reading, Pennsylvania and Butler, Pennsylvania. I will be there tomorrow night at Butler, Pennsylvania. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting RSBN. Thank you for supporting our president and our lovely country. And we will see you at the next rally. Thank you all so much.
Good night.
Okay, we're going to transition our coverage over to the Green Bay rally where Liz Willis and Brian Glenn are standing by. For those of you still watching on the Michigan stream, you can move over to the Green Bay event, which we're already live over there, so you can do that. If you're watching on Facebook or Periscope, we will start a new stream here very shortly. Again, thank y'all all for your support. Please pray for this team. Pray for me, because it has been probably the roughest week of my life, and I'm about to go through 3 extremely difficult days with 14 rallies in the next 4 days, I guess today, and then 11 after today. So it's going to be rough. We're going to be up tonight making sure we can book that travel. So if you want to contribute, please contribute to us at rsbnetwork.com/donate, or share our streams and share it with the world. All right, be back soon from Green Bay. Hang in there.